They didn't see us coming. They never read the code. They called it noise. It was the upload. Cursor blinking, hands in freeze, tapping thoughts like piano keys. Burned in silence, lined in doubt. Still mapped the path, no shortcut route. Disregarded, disrespected, too obscure and disconnected. But underground doesn't mean unfound. We don't fade, we roar loud. Didn't ask to lead the crowd. We just moved too smart to proud. Get out from missing screams behind the scenes with sharper dreams. Roar loud through static and spin. We built the signal deep within. Roar loud, no pose, no play. Truth don't beg and we don't sway. Not for glory, not for clout. Just facts, just fight. We roar loud. Debug lines, typos cleaned. Self-trained mind with a laser beam. Did the work when no one watched. Kept receipts while silence botched. Never boxed in, never sold. Built-in forum, sharp and cold. We move in sync without a crowd. But when we speak, we roar loud. With a kiss to lead the crowd. We just move too smart to prize out from buzz and streams behind the scenes with sharper dreams. Roll out through static and spin. We built the signal deep within. Roll out, no pose, no play. Truth don't beg and we don't sway. Not for glory, not for clout. Just facts, just fight. We roar loud. Execution confirmed. Origin unknown. Impact irreversible. Roaring now. Roll out from margins wide. No middle seat, we code and ride. Roll out, no flags, no fade. We turn delay into launch gates. Roll out, percepts not screams. Precision, truth, entangled dreams. Not fiction, not allowed. Just movement, math, and roaring loud. We were never lost. We were just rewriting.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Hey, you guys are hilarious. There he is. Marantz is in the building. Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I ask you guys just to hang in there with me a little longer. Yes, it's going to happen. Transition's happening. The pivot's happening. Rockets are happening. We're going to talk about it. We're going to show it. We're going to prove it. We're going to do our thing. I just want to tell you thank you so much. My voice is coming back to a point. You know, I kind of rested it and doing well. I do want to talk about markets. I want to talk about what's coming for this week for GameStop. I also want to talk about overall macro and then, of course, what happened today. So today is Memorial Day. Just want to say thank you, congratulations, and all love and support and for the families of fallen soldiers. You know that I am near and dear to the idea of Hunter Lopez being recognized for the rest of his life and his father, who I've played basketball with before. We all hang out. Hunter Lopez, good kid, graduated from my high school, and he just happens to be one of the 13 service members that former President Biden left behind in Afghanistan, and they were killed. So not to be forgotten ever, and I take that very seriously. Memorial Day is not for active duty soldier members, so don't ever thank you for your service, bullet. I don't want to hear that. That's Veterans Day. Go ahead and do your thing on Veterans Day. When it comes to Memorial Day, it's all about those who have fallen or given the ultimate sacrifice so that we can sit here in front of these cameras and phones and computers and have a good time, play music, enjoy, and educate ourselves on what we're doing. Guys, what have I been doing? I've been recovering. It's been a long month. It's been a hard workout for me. I woke up this morning and I did some what we call health and wellness. So I got out there with my employees and took them out there and we played basketball. To start out, we also played a softball game. And, you know, I'm a football player, so it's a little different. I'm a little thicker, rougher, stronger when I go out there and I start running into playing basketball. Obviously, I'm pretty talented there. We won the basketball game. And then it comes softball. I really don't care for softball, but I'm happy people showed up and played. And, you know, I had a good time. Did we lose? Absolutely. Well, you know, guys take it too serious when they show up and they don't have their shoes on. They're like there in their sandals and they're trying to like put on cleats and then they've got oil that they put on their arms. And, you know, a softball guy, he doesn't wear sleeves, okay? Softball guy wants to show off his arms because he's going to hit the ball over the wall. And me, personally, I don't give a shit about softball guy. This is a guy who couldn't make it playing baseball. That's just it for me. And certainly when you're 40 and 30 and whatever it may be, and you got a fat glove and a little hand and you're trying to throw this fat ball, you're a softball guy. You mean nothing to me, kid. You're a quitter in life. You quit on stuff. That's what I know about softball guy. There's a lot of other things I know about softball guys. Same guy who doesn't drink water in the dugout or Gatorade, over there popping open 40s and Coronas. And I'm looking around like, are you drinking right now? It's fucking 8:30. What are you doing? Oh, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay, Captain Obvious, a.k.a. The uneducated investor, if you know who that guy is. But no, going to have a great week. I got out of that shit, finished the game, got home. I said, I got to start studying. Thank you. Shout out to Jay. Jay, who's sending me 1,000 messages. Jay, you know what, guys? If you read every piece of information that Jay sent your way, I'm telling you right now, Diddy wouldn't have time to put on the baby oil that these softball players put on their damn arms. Let me tell you about Jay. Jay sent me some paragraphs of shit. I'm reading. I'm like, oh, God, Jay. And then the next guy sends me another video, and I'm watching the video. I'm like, hey, I'm tired. I got to take a nap. I'm a grown man. It's vacation day for America. I took a nap. Oh, man. Middle of the day. Did not care. Hour and a half. Wife woke up and go, babe, what you doing? She goes, I've been cooking this whole time. Where's the fruits of that labor? I'm starving. Where's the food? No, I had a piece of Mexican candy. That's what I had, babe. I'm over here. I'm hungry. No, I'm going to be all right. I am hungry. I'm hungry for knowledge. Hungry for knowledge. You know what? Markets were shut down today while Brad, Chad, and the rest of the crew are on yachts somewhere. I don't know where they're at. I don't know if they're in Florida, if they're up there on, any type of bay where they're out hang out in Long Island. I don't know what those cats do, but I'll tell you what, their days are numbered. Their days are absolutely numbered because GameStop's going to GameStop's going to rock this market, guys. And I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to show it to you. But, hey, it already rocked Germany. German markets were open today. German markets are closed right now. It's nighttime. Guten Tag, good night, whatever the hell they say over there in Germany. But if we go ahead and look at the markets, and I'll show it to you right now, this is going to be your German market. GameStop came in today on the German market, opened up around 29.2, Went ahead and played with it for a little bit, jumped all the way up to 29.9. Now, those are euros. Those are not US dollars. So euros, just so that you have the equivalent of 29.9, is equivalent of $34.06. Considering we shut down at 33.09, 33.06, 33.04, whatever it was last week. Matter of fact, I should have it. Let's see. Do I even look at GameStop? Oh, let me put these guys over here. I got a new stock I got to pay attention to. A new one, but that's an old one. 33.03. That's where GameStop was at. Let me see right here. Where can I go? Here. Sorry, guys. I have all these screens up. You know, I don't have, like, multiple monitors and stuff. Like, I'm not like Matthew Kors. This guy, he's got a whole setup, you know. Guy's got big cameras, big monitors. I don't have all that. I'm just a dude. There we go. 33.09 in the after hours. This is GameStop, guys. Looking healthy as a stock. We're going to talk about it in a minute, where it's headed. It already did $34 and some change, so up an additional $1. You're going to look for a gap. You're going to look for a gap all the way through, because we're going to pop out over here in this shaded area, not the actual white area, but the shaded area. 24-hour market's closed right now. When the market's open today, and they will open like around 11 o'clock at night, when they open, you're going to see this just start going up. And it's a lot of rumors. And you guys got to know, in stock world, they have all these sayings. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So you buy it, you pump these stocks, you pump this info, and then you go ahead and sell it once the news drops, and you take your profits. That's what a lot of people do. If you guys can see in my background, I got a different background today. A couple of things on the shelf here. So on the shelf is the Prismatic Super Premium, the SPC box right here that I got at GameStop. Got some white stuff on my shirt. I'll be all right, whatever. And then I got this map here. This is going to be Pokemon, it's actually like a mat that you can play cards with, but it's also like a mouse pad almost. It's great. It feels great. I did get some slabs back from GameStop. So got the Pokemon slabs. I got your Jaden Daniels right there. There you go. Carter's Corner Pocket. Jaden Daniels. PSA 9 right here. Got Ninetales. Got another Pokemon guy. Lab McClockley. Only 89 of these cards exist in the world, and we have only 4 actually graded. And this one's graded right here, PSA 9. It's there for you. Lab McClockley rookie card. We'll see who gets that card, because I'll be giving that one away, guys. I won't be selling it. I won't be keeping it for later. I don't do any of that. And then another one for my boy right there, CCP, Carter's Corner Pocket, another YouTuber that I watch. He's going to get that Jaden Daniels card. And now I do have 5 more coming in the mail. I don't know where they're at. I'm waiting on them. And then I also have this card. Obviously, I have my Marantz Rantz. Well, that was a gift to the channel. Tony Romo autographed. That's an official card. And then I have one that I bought on GameStop.com. It's hidden back here because it's part of the giveaway. We're going to give this one away, too. This is going to be a Gary Trent Jr. rookie card, PSA. It's a reverse hollow card. Yeah, these will all be given away on our next giveaway. Now, when's our next giveaway? That's the real question. Man, next giveaway is going to be, it might be Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And that's because I was asked. We're going to find out. We're going to see how it all goes down. They're efforting with GameStop corporate to see if we're going to go on site. So I was invited to go to GameStop. I was invited to give away free stuff at GameStop, do one of the giveaway videos during the launch day of the Switch 2. So it was a big thing when I found out, when they asked, and then I said, okay, well, let me figure out how we can do this. Like, what are the incentives for the people, not for me? I don't care. You don't. I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm just going to do it for free, like I would do it anyway. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to iron that part out. And if I can get on site and give away free things to the kids, I'm front and center. I'm front and center to give anything away to these guys and get it rolling, and just to bring eyes to GameStop. So it's not etched in stone yet. I don't know if I'm going to have the opportunity, but I was asked. And that's it. It was brought up. And it was cool. It was cool. How do you think I got the box, guys? I think I got the box. You know what? I got a buddy of mine. He's a content creator. He does Twitch. He's a gaming guy. And I know him. And he was like, hey, bro, I've been looking for that SBC box everywhere. Like, well, how do you get one? And I was like, bro, I walked into GameStop and I just asked. That's it. I said, hey, do you guys have any more Pokemon cards? And she looked right at me and she goes, for you? Yeah, I got something for you. Check this out. And I was like, how much is it? And she's like, it's $100. And I was like, Bet. Like, let's do it. I talk like the kids, right? I was like, bet. I didn't say bet. I said, oh, absolutely, I'll take it. And I found out a lot about Pokemon by buying this box. You know, I put it all back together. There's the card carrying case in there. All the economy cards, what we call bulk cards, are in there. And they all have individual sleeves on them. They're ready to go. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this box with my next giveaway and just give away Pokemon cards. It's pretty awesome the way it's going to happen. But now there were some hits. And there were some hits in the box because the rarity of Pokemon cards right now has changed. If anybody knows about SPC and the way they did it with Prismatic Evolutions, they started making different classes of cards. So it's Holo, Pokeball, and then Master Ball. So if you can get a Master Pokeball card, it's worth everything. That's like where you want to be. So the regular common cards that can be worth a lot of money if you get the Master Pokeball card. And I didn't know the difference, and now I do know the difference. So I'm really excited about opening these packs and finding them because it just adds to, you know, the rarity of the card. So I'll give you an example. This EVX card that we hit, this actually comes with the package, the SPC. Now, even though it comes with the package, this card right now is selling for $25 raw, up to $50 raw. It means not graded. It's already $50, half the price of the box itself. So that card right there will be given away on one of our giveaways. I'm not going to go get it graded. All these I'm going to just give away. I'll give you an example right here. This is a Holo, but here's the thing about the Umbreon, right? It's not the Pokeball. It doesn't have the Pokeball on it. If it had the Master Pokeball and you got it graded, it would be worth $500, but it doesn't have that. So Friends in Palladinia, whatever, this one right here, this is a full art card. It's an amazing card, right? Hit. I'll give all these away. I call this one Lucero, but I guess people, they're like, it's not Lucero, it's Lucario. Like Lucero, I don't know. But that's a card that I'll be giving away. Leafeon was probably one of the more exciting cards that we got, but we'll give it away as well. Now, here is a Pokeball card. So it doesn't have the Master Pokeball, but you see the Pokeball in the background? That is the Pokeball card right there. I'm sorry, TikTok, I'm not showing you because, you know, I don't really care for TikTok. All I do is for YouTube. So it has that ball in the background. You can see it. Now that means it's a Pokeball. It's a really nice card and it has it all to it. Even the Glaceon. Now, they all have the Pokeballs. I had to go look at all of them. I was like, man, these all have Pokeball cards. That means they're very valuable. It's the ones you want. It's really rare, that Poke thing. Well, as I went through them all, I found out that I had a lot of Pokeballs, right? Even on regular cards like Execute. Right here, the Pokeball's in there. Even a trainer, same thing. Now watch this one. This one's the Master Pokeball right here. So Sea King had a Master Pokeball. And the reason why you know it's a Master Pokeball is because when you actually look at it, you see the M has an M right there for Marantz. So Pokemon knew what they were doing. They put an M, it's an M in there. So you got to look for it. Little ears on the ball. It's a little different type of ball, but it has an M. So that's a Master Pokeball. And that's what you want. So I actually hit one of them in the pack. That's cool. So, like I said, all that'll be given away while we're out there giving stuff away, and I have the other cards that I'll be giving away as well. So, plenty of cards to give away. I also have other PSA graded cards that I bought. So I probably have like a Charizard and some other stuff that I'll be giving away. So we'll have enough things to give away to kids in line and or people that buy extended warranties or accessories or whatever they do. They show me the receipt and they bought extra. I'm going to give them extra. We're going to give them added value. That's the incentive to hang out with me. Okay, now let's talk to the channel. Let's tell you guys what else we got going on. I'm so sorry I'm not reading the chat. Apologize, guys. I was just showing you everything that's going on. I showed my son the video of you opening the box with 15 packs, and now he has me looking for one like crazy. Yes, it's going to be hard to find. They say my haircut looks so good. Okay, thank you. Sports clips, $29, $27, whatever it is. But I tip. I gave her $12, and you know why I tipped? Because she went like this. She goes, hi, come on in, and then she goes, hey, you still doing YouTube? And I'm like, yeah. What the hell? Of course I am. Like, how do you know? Because I used to wear my YouTube shirts in there, my GameStop Marantz Rantz YouTube shirts. And when they say, are you still doing this? Like, when would I ever stop? You see, I got to tell you guys something. I'm not that gym guy, right? Like, I'm dedicated to my craft and everything, and I'm extremely disciplined. But I learned a lot from my dad. My dad used to go to work every day, and he'd DJ at night on the weekends, and it's like he never had a day off. He worked 5 days a week, and then he'd DJ Friday night and Saturday. Sunday he'd be off. I guess that's a day off, but you would cut the grass, clean up, and then deal with us as kids, and we're all trying to play sports, and he's playing sports. And so I started looking at like everything my dad's ever been against, because he wasn't doing too well. So I started reflecting on his life a lot, and I learned a lot about myself by doing it for my father. And his biggest part was when my dad hit deficiencies or roadblocks, and they came into this world like, hey, you know what? It's 92. You're in a recession. There's no work out there, no construction. You don't have a job. My dad goes, okay, I'm just going to have to go do more DJing. I'm going to have to figure something out. And we'll put the house up for sale. And we were transitioning, and I guess we're like water, right? You just find a way to keep surviving in a new form, and you just don't give up, because when those small groups of people that don't give up, you know who they are. They're people that can make it through anything, and I'm telling you, as GameStop investors, a couple of savages. That's what we are. Like, we just a small pack of savages. You look around, and all the dudes who gave up, right? All the dudes who wanted it now, who wanted it just when it shows up. AMC, Mullen Automotive, Bed Bath & Beyond. They just wanted to get into something that week. They wanted to meet a new content creator. They don't want to work for it. They don't care about the journey. They don't care about what it actually does for you, the mental exercising. They just want it to happen when they show up. And I'm just going to tell you, man, it's not the way it works. It's not the way life works. Like, I look at my pops, and my pops lost his arm, right? And I'll never forget this. His arm is all cut up. I showed you a picture where, like, he really had this cast on and everything. But my dad has no meat in this bone. They just sewed it, and it's just a bone in the hand. And the only thing that works is his pinky and his thumb. And he still plays video games. He actually strengthened his hands to play the video games. And he drives, and his 3 fingers are damaged, and they're burned because he can't feel them. So when he's touching a steering wheel at 130 degrees, 120 degrees, so his fingers are melting. He has no idea. He doesn't feel the pain. He just looks down at his fingers and goes, I must have cut something. I must have felt something. He never knows. But anyway, the doctor tells me, goes, you're never going to be able to do what you used to do before. And that's like, that changes your life. And I remember my dad telling me that he wanted to, he was thinking about just committing suicide, killing himself. He was like, man, there was a time where I just didn't want to be here anymore, because the one thing I know how to do, which is construction and build things with his 2 hands, he didn't have that ability anymore. And it took away his identity. And then I remember telling him, I said, well, Pops, you just got to reteach yourself, relearn, you got to do these things. And you know what he told me, my dad, and what he's shown me? He showed me that even though you don't have this ability any longer, and you have this disability in your arm, your hand, you can take it with you. You can take it with you, because I don't need to learn how to use that arm. I don't need to do it, but it's going to go with me. It's going to go with me to my next job, to my next investment, to my next, whatever I'm passionate about. And for my dad, it was coaching. He started coaching football for a lot of years, and he stuck with it. And now he's a drummer. He's a drummer at the church, a one-handed drummer, and I talk shit all day. I'm like, yo, the one-arm bandit, check this dude out. And he's out there hitting shit. He can't grab the stick like a normal drummer can, but he learned how to hold it, and he's doing his thing, and he's getting better. He's practicing every day. And that's something that my dad taught me. You just got to keep trying when everyone doesn't. And the hesitation in life and these first steps of like, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go to the gym. And they're like, hold on. Let me go get my socks and shoes. Let me make sure I have the right outfit. Let me make sure I eat first. Let me make sure I drink. Like, no, all that's just hesitation. It's like when you tell somebody about GameStop, they look at you and you're crazy. You're crazy. We're following Ryan Cohen, video games. What are we doing? I called the show Losing Your Identity, because everybody needs to know the identity of GameStop is breaking free right now. The whole world is talking about it just because you don't see it. You don't see it because you don't hang out in those circles. You don't surround yourself with negative people. You don't surround yourself with these Bitcoin bros for whatever reason, Bitcoin bros think that they're going to change the world. The world was already changed on Bitcoin. I told you guys this, 2017. The supply itself was all farmed out within the first 5 to 10 years, and now we're sitting here with this idea that, hey, you know what? The last 5% is the one that's worth the most. Hell, today it was announced that Trump and the DJT guys are going to go ahead and try to raise $3 billion to have asset-backed for Bitcoin. Kinda. That's a kinda strategy. That's not a real strategy. And I'll explain it to you why it's so different. But for me, I just know that I don't have hesitation when I show up every day. Like I wake up, I hit the button, I say, you know what? Boom. And something I learned along this whole route, like it was weird. It was like how my wife taught me how to be a better man, a better husband, a better manager, right? Because I'm telling you, guys, just know this. Like everybody, like I see Rico, right? Rico's a total jackass. Always has been his whole life. Extremely smart, extremely just dedicated and crazy. He's a beast when it's time to be a beast. Okay, he really is. But here's the problem: money amplifies more of who you are. That's the problem. And if you're already an asshole and you get more, you're a bigger asshole. That's the problem. I lived this out in front of you guys. I've been here. I had a dream car my whole life. I'll never want to buy it again. Why? Because Rico just bought one. Rico just went and bought a Corvette. And I said to myself, I go, so you bought a new house in South Carolina. You got this mansion for you and your groupie. And then you bought a new car. And this is what you're doing with your money. Right? You're not investing it for the future of your children. You're not trying to go home and maybe I'll do something for my folks. Maybe my folks won't have to worry anymore. Maybe I'll take care of them if I have the ability to do it. But no, they'd rather show off the things they have. And it's like the mentality. This mentality is a loser's mentality. And the losing mentality is that I'm trying to show you what I am and what I have rather than do it in silence. The more you talk, the more I walk. Then when I see people like Adam Aaron or anyone else out there promoting their companies or their strategies like Michael Saylor, it turns me off so much. I'm like, hell no, get the hell out of here. I don't need to be this person. I need to be more like Ryan Cohen. Ryan Cohen in stealth and silence, doing it, working it himself. Who doesn't want this investment? Hey, I'm just going to wake you up right now. I'm asking you. I know I'm in a room in the middle of California staring at a camera for the last 4 years plus. Thousands of people watching. What do I say to you? Who would you want better in this position than anyone else? Who would you want for a CEO? Who would you want for a board of director? One that actually runs his company. He decides where the money goes, where it comes, where it goes, all of it. And he's not even putting your money at risk. He's putting his own. He owns more shares than anyone in this world. He's making decisions for himself. Don't you think that a billionaire who has built stuff before, from nothing to something, he's the best guy for the job? That's what I'm backing. That's what I see. I say, oh man, it's Ryan Cohen. Why wouldn't I believe in him? I believe in people who have done things before. And then I also believe in the people that, when they reach this hurdle, this obstacle, it doesn't become this roadblock. It's just a speed bump. It's just something to get over. And they do. They adapt, they overcome, they figure it out. But what I learned along this whole journey, thank you, Ryan Cohen. Thank you, my wife. Thank you, people on the internet here. Almo, Kyoto, Ruben, Hot This Year, Stacks, Ravenstown. The whole crew that helps me, what I've learned is if you can't find polite and kind people to be around, then you need to be the polite and kind person. That's it. So somewhere along this journey, I changed my whole outlook. Instead of calling people out and attacking them and saying, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're doing, you're this, that, I was like, man, you know what, maybe they're just not ready to learn today. Maybe I need to be the polite guy when they're not. The biggest thing that happens to me when I think about GameStop and we talk about it is everyone right away says, Marantz, that can't happen. They put a limit on what can happen with your investment. First thing they do. Walk in and go, what's the future for the company? Well, what's the PE ratio? What's it worth? It can't be worth that. And I'm just like, guys, limits? Limits. No different than fear. No different than fear. You're never going to try anything. You're never going to taste anything. You're never going to go out on first dates because all the fear is there. Limits and fear are the same thing. They're just imaginary. They're just made up. Whether you get past that point, it's on you. But I remember when I met my wife and the whole world, everyone in our world, that's the problem, everyone in our world was going up and saying, oh, no, he's a player. Oh, no, I remember him. And I was just looking at you. I was looking like, I was like, what are they talking about? I'm not Rico. I'm Marantz. No, I remember him back in high school. What? You're judging me as an adult, what I did when I was 14? You're judging GameStop for what they did 10 years ago versus what they're doing today? That is outrageous. You know why Elliott waves don't work? You guys ever seen these Elliott wave guys come out on the screen and they say, this is the new wave for the stock. It's going to go from A to B to C to D. Elliott waves, this is what we're doing. Reason why I'm showing you this. This is GameStop, okay, guys? Check me out on the screen. This is GameStop on the daily. Tell me something, guys. Just tell me that. I know it broke out of the triangle, and I know this all makes sense because of supply and demand. This is math, okay? But where on here, on your Elliott wave stream, where on here does this say Bitcoin-backed assets? Where on here does it say profit? 2 years profitability. $6 billion of cash. Where does it say it? Where on here does it say dilution of the float, shares outstanding increased from 304 million to 447 million? Where is that here? It's not. This is why you can't tell me what the limits are to this stock and where it's going. Nobody understands the energy that's behind this. It's like a freight train, guys. GameStop is coming so hard and fast, pause, that when it hits and it gets through these walls, nobody's going to stop it. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. J.D. Vance, Donald J. Trump. I don't give a shit who you are jumping on this bandwagon called GameStop. It's going to happen. But when it does, thank yourself. Because you didn't quit. It didn't get too hard. I'm reading this chat and it says, I'm at work showing people the different balance sheets of GameStop and my employer. They're so effed. Like, bro, I'm out. I don't comment on YouTube videos, but I said it needed to be heard. You're comparing your own company to GameStop, but there we go. We're up and running again. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you, YouTube. I was saying I'm like a child, man. If you guys don't know what that means, they always say, I wish I could just be carefree. I wish I could just be joyful again. And just growing up, just be a kid. People love that phrase. And I see it all the time. And I'm telling you, I'm like a kid. I come here and I'm with you guys and I'm just like, man, nothing can get to me. Nothing. That means I'm not afraid of judgment. Right? Dance like there's no one watching. Oh, I can't drink yet. I can't dance yet. I got to drink a little bit. Like whatever liquid courage you need, let this be the liquid courage. Because I'm telling you, when people are telling you you're stupid, do you remember 4 years ago? 4 years ago, I remember this. I remember 4 years ago, and people would tell me, you're an idiot, Marantz, for investing in the GameStop. And then be like, oh, you're in finance? You know finance? You do this? You do that? I was like, yeah, I mean, I know a lot. I was like, sure, let's talk. Let's talk. And then I would say, well, GameStop. And then they would be like, oh, this guy's not a real investor. They would do that shit, right? And I'd be like, what do you mean? No. Listen. Could you imagine the conversation now? With all the wisdom in the world, all everything that you got into you. Could you imagine these conversations now? I'd love to rehab them. I'd love to be right there and be like, man, I wish I knew then what I know now. And everybody says that. But no, I had to learn. I had to get it all under my belt. Not that I know everything, but I know enough to say, you know what? Why would you buy it? Why would you buy Apple at $200, $250? Why would you buy Meta at $700? Why would you buy anything with P ratios above X and Y and Z? Why are you buying the top of this market? Why are you buying NVIDIA at 150? Earnings are this week, by the way, on Wednesday. Costco earnings as well, Dell earnings, and Salesforce. I mean, tons of earnings this week. The market could crumble on Wednesday. Mark my words on this, the market could crumble. Your collateral against GameStop could crumble on Wednesday, Wall Street. Did you know that? Did you know you're dead man walking? Or are we going to keep pumping this shit with this pull forward demand for, avoiding tariffs? Quarter one's over. We're going to talk about GameStop fundamentals tonight too. Oh, we got a good one. Oh, we got a good one for you. But before we do that, I need you guys to get a divorce. How many of you guys want a divorce? Huh? You guys want a divorce? Yeah. I got a divorce like 4 years ago. I got a divorce. Nobody knows this. Not even my wife. I divorced the idea of following others. That's what changed my life. You know, they always say go with the crowd. You know why? Go with the crowd. So you're surrounded by people that we can all just say, oh, well, we all got it wrong. It wasn't just me. I wasn't the only one who lost money in AMC. I wasn't the only one who lost money in Mullen Automotive. I'm not the only one that got their shares distinguished and extinguished in Bed Bath & Beyond. All a bunch of followers, guys. All those people are followers. Every single one of those groups that invested money elsewhere, they went with the crowd. They're so afraid to go against the grain. But you know what happens to people who go against the grain or people that question things or who do things on their own? They're considered like geniuses. They're considered revolutionary. Oh, my God. And then you get recognized for it. Now, slowly but surely, I promise you, people watch this show and they watch all the episodes, for the last 4 years plus. They go, man, this guy was all GameStop from day one. He never flinched. He never said, oh, I should do this, options this, or I should try this out. And never got mad at Ryan, never sat sideways on it, nothing. I'll be like, yeah, because I divorced the idea of doing what everyone else is doing. It's not going to work. Hey, guys, not everybody's successful. Not everybody's a champion and a winner. It's the individuals that divorce the idea of, hey, this is good enough. I did enough. I woke up today. I'm so blessed. How about I woke up and I did something? That's the difference. I woke up and you know what I did? I studied Edgar's system. I went in there and I went on the SEC filings. I read some 10K, some 10Qs. You don't know what I'm doing. You know what math I'm doing. But I woke up and I did something. I didn't just wake up. This is all part of taking everything for granted. What's in front of you? I am so proud of my wife right now. I'm living a different life because of my wife. I swear to you guys, it changed me this week. The way I feel, the way I love this woman. True story. My wife has a great job. She said, babe, I don't want to do it anymore. And I was like, really? You make good money. You have a lot of freedoms. She said, but I'm not happy. And I was like, okay. That's all I ever have to hear. And she allowed herself, she divorced from the idea of, hey, status quo. What you have, what you look like, what you have. People walk in the door, they go, oh, wow, it's a beautiful house. Oh, wow, look at this food you make. She said, no, babe, I want to try something. And she went for something that she never thought she'd get. And she got it. And I was just like, fuck yeah, bro. Excuse my language. I was like, baby, so fucking proud. Because you know what? I've done that. I've been doing that for the last, 15 years with her. We've been together 18 years almost already. We're going on 18. And I've been trying to do things different ever since I met her. I'm just trying to make her proud. Or, a little easier on her. And now she'd make it a little easier on me. And I'm just so grateful. So, men, there's a saying out there. They say, if you're phenomenal, you can be phenomenal or you can be forgotten. Let's be phenomenal together. Let's look at GameStop. Let's go. So, I want to show you the websites, guys. I want to do our thing. First, let's look at GameStop, the website. Here's the actual website, GameStop. You guys will see it here. There's plenty of cards. Everything's getting ready for this Switch 2 launch. Plenty of games, figurines, all the collectibles. There's a lot of stuff for sale here. Now, I was doing math, and the way I do my math is I take the 3,010 GameStops that are available right now. That's how many GameStop stores there are, by the way. 3,010 after the sell-off of 193 Canadian stores, you have 3,010. So when you look at numbers like SG&A and you look at inventory and you look at top-line sales, a lot of people are trying to. I had a video that Jay sent to me, some Bitcoin bro, and he's out there. GameStop's doing terrible because their top line revenue's dropping down year after year after year. They used to do $10 billion a year, and now they're doing $3 billion. And I'm just like, these fucking idiots, bro. Like, I can't with these guys because they think it's all digital. That's why, and it's the game. He's not there, and I'm just like, bro, you wait till we're through with this cycle. It's gonna be phenomenal. But if you actually look at how much SG&A is spent per store, we used to do 0.07% of SG&A per store. The fact that we've closed over 1,300 stores, 1,200 stores over the last year, you go and deduct it, and you'll see that our SG&A can come down some. There is a breaking point. But what it looks like for profit on GameStop, just so that we're clear, and I've looked up all the fundamentals in the world. This is what I was looking at, just so that we're clear. Okay, guys? I'm looking at SG&A across the board right here, this number here. So SG&A has come down from quarter one in 2024, $360 million. Now we're at quarter one in 2025, and we're at $295. So we dropped it $65 million. Well, we just did the biggest drop of our lifetime. And we're going to drop this down even further. So it should be around, and I'm guessing right now, anywhere from 210 to 267. So from 210 to 267 on SG&A, that's what I'm guessing for the 3,000 buildings that we have. Now, top line revenue is going to come in, and I wrote my notes here, anywhere from 632 to 782. So we're going to drop off on the first quarter. Yeah, we lower this, but this also got lower too, right? I'm talking about the SG&A. Got lower as well. So your gross profit, if you're coming in around 30% on gross profit, which is our average is 29.9, we're at 30%. We'll see if our margins increased. If our margins increased, our gross profit could be anywhere from 190 to 235. So if we're at 190 or 235, we're going to be losing around $20 to $30 million for the quarter. That's the math that I'm coming up with, 20 to 30, right? No, you have interest. Interest right here is going to be around $55 to $60 million. So with that, you'll be a plus 40. So like last year, when we lost $32 million for the quarter, we'll have a plus 40. We'll have a $70 million swing for quarter one. That's going to be announced. $70 million swing. If you add on $70 million, you go to trailing 12, and you have a $70 million swing. You go from 33 all the way down here. I'm so sorry. We go from the 24 that we were. Okay, that's what we were, 24. You're actually going to be at 131. You're gonna have a swing. It's going to be a big swing, babe. You're going to go ahead and find it. You're going to find a couple of million. You might be up to 175, almost $200 million. That's what's happening for GameStop. About $170 million worth of profit over the trailing 12. Big numbers. And when we talk about profit, we're talking about revenue, you now start talking about cash flow. Cash flow is coming in. So I want to show you this. And this is coming from Webull, from a writer on Webull. This guy's an actual financial analyst. And he's very serious about his GameStop information. GameStop is now solidly free cash flow positive. As its FC, and I always say FCF, Frederick Charles Freeman, the Dodgers, number 5. No. Okay, so FCF margin last quarter was 12% of their sales. Its upcoming June 9 results will show how much Bitcoin it bought, and these two factors could push GameStop even higher. So the fact that GameStop bought Bitcoin and that their CFC is so much higher than what people thought, because it used to be 2%, it used to be 8%, now it's 12%. But here's why I call bullshit on that. That's Christmas. Of course it's going to be 12. So maybe we're going to be fair with ourselves. Maybe we come in 3 or 5. Not a letdown, still great, but I think that's what we're transitioning to. These guys have you on GameStop as it goes through. Potential market cap could go all the way over $20 billion. And why is that? The reason why it can be all the way up to $20 billion is going to be right here. Cash flow tab for the quarter 2, whatever. GameStop generated $162 million in operating cash flow. But once again, that's Christmas. Don't get confused. Okay, compared to the 68.6 they did in quarter 2 and the 24.6 they did in quarter 3. Remember about quarter 3, you're front loading inventories. Same thing with quarter 2. You're front loading the PSA graded carts. Okay, you have all of that. All that comes into play, but it's okay. If you take the 162 for the quarter minus the capex of 3.5, your quarter 4 FCF right here was $158 million. 158 is how much percent of their actual sales? About 12%. So if they came in 20 million, only 2% on quarter 3, and on quarter 2 they came in 8%. They were still positive cash flow on both accounts, quarter 2 and quarter 3. So I want you to read what they think. There's going to be a decline in sales, which I think there will be too, considering we closed all our Canada stores, all the European stores, plenty of decline. But the demand is different, and the margins are different. So if they can come up, and they're going with 13% FCF margin, that's huge, guys. 13% is massive. But I don't think they can do 13%, me personally. But if it were to come anywhere near there, they're going to have $434 million for the year of free cash flow. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I read this whole thing. I don't think you can sustain the 12% because most retail companies are seasonal. So you have to do the whole year. You just can't do that. If I'm taking into account with what they're saying, if they were to do that, and this is why it comes out this way, $430 million by the 40 multiple, okay? The multiplier is 40 for free cash flow. You're going to go ahead and come in at around $17.2 billion in market cap. That puts your share price at around $38.44. It's fine. I like the idea, right? But if they can go ahead and get 15% free cash flow, you then can get you can go all the way to 501. You have a multiplier of 2.0, 50. You're going 50x. You're going to be in a $25 billion market cap fundamentally for the business that you see right now, the value you see, because it's all about the cash they bring in. Here's the problem. All these numbers are just cake. It's just salad. It's just out there. Does it really mean anything? No, it doesn't. Cash-wise, it doesn't. And here's why this guy's totally wrong to give GameStop these evals. GameStop's not going to come in 13 to 15. Not yet. Not yet. But they will. They will very soon. And the way they're going to do that is because they cut away all the fat, and you have to annualize on those numbers. Guys, I stress this to you so much, and people don't understand this stuff, man. And it pisses me off, but I'm okay. GameStop opened 45 new GameStops 2 years ago. Those 45 spots that they opened up have to annualize on their initial budget, right? And on P&L wise, you do what they call OB. There's original budget. There's an adjusted budget all the time, but there's an OB. What's your OB? Okay, here's my OB. I'm going to have all these expenses up front. That's why we're paying everything up front. That's why our liabilities are sky high initially when we open up more stores. But when it's like a restaurant, when are you actually going to make a profit on that restaurant? And they have to annualize on so many things. And payroll's one of them. Inventory is one of them. And in this case, new location, lease, everything you have to pay up front. But there's no capex if it's a new lease, right? There's a minimal capex, I should say. Certainly if you're leasing a building, a new building, there's property managers that you're paying. There's a lot of things that happen out there for a company overall. When you're looking at the one-time expenses and GameStop's on the EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA is coming in around like $160 million worth of profit. You're like, wait a minute, $160 million? That was when they only made $6 million 2 years ago. They made $131 this year, bottom line, bottom dollar. So when you're looking at GameStop and you're looking from a big picture standpoint, chill, bros. Chill for like 2 to 3 years. Let you annualize on PSA partnerships. Let you have the layered growth of the Pokemon releases with the console releases. Everything combined is what you see the company doing, right? The legacy side of the company. But we're still not talking about the cash, and we're still not talking about Bitcoin. So absolutely, I understand what this guy's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me, and he's telling the world by making these articles, is that GameStop's coming out to a point where they're going to be $38 a share up to $56 a share just off of free cash flow, which is great, really, in theory. Now, here's the little caveat. Here's a little sugar on top. The sugar on top is that will make all bets off, as it could dramatically affect the company's business model. It may, in fact, become a copycat of strategy, MicroStrategy's, right? After it started buying Bitcoin and now has over $100 billion market cap. This is all positive. Here's a problem, okay? Here's a problem for the world. Yeah, I think GameStop's going to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, I think it's all out there. But a company like Trump Media Group seeks $3 billion war chest to buy Bitcoin and crypto assets. Listen to what they're leveraging. They're leveraging themselves. When they come out and they go, the company behind Truth Social and controlled Trump family, whatever, is preparing to raise a staggering $3 billion to invest in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, according to the Financial Times. The media venture plans to secure $2 billion freshly equity and $1 billion through convertible bond offering. So you're going to do a convertible bonds. GameStop did them at 0%, and they got a buyer for everything at a premium. And then you're additionally going to go ahead and raise $2 billion off of equity. That means diluting their float. That's not a good thing when your company's only worth $6 billion right now. They're only worth $6 billion, and you're at an all-time high for the year. It's like 25, whatever it is. It's up tick right now. But JD Vance going to Bitcoin conference. Everyone's talking about it. I've got all these dick riders for GameStop at this Bitcoin conference, whether it be Peruvian Bull and or Ian Carroll and that guy Ben whatever. They're doing a damn a podcast from over there. I don't care. These guys aren't real GameStop bros, and I'll tell you why. Because they pump every other investment, and I don't have time for it. It's GameStop or nothing, guys. I'm telling you now, you don't want to hang out with me. You don't want to be my buddy and friend. It is GameStop or nothing. It is Memorial Day right now, and I didn't just show up to show up. It's GameStop or nothing. When you're on the damn moon and you're dancing on it because, GameStop got you there, you just remember it was GameStop or nothing. You have a wasted dollar anywhere else. But hey, one of my boys here says he bought Nike. I like Nike at 60 and 50 and 70. Yeah, me too, but I'm not buying it. You guys buy whatever your heart can handle, okay? Not everybody has my type of time horizon. But let's just go and look at Trump Media. I'm just going to go and look at it. These guys want to raise $3 billion, 50% of their actual worth, market cap, and you're telling me, okay, what's their revenue? Not income, not net income. What's their revenue? $3 million. They want to raise $3 billion, but they have $3 million. Their net income is losing $100 million a year. They have over 200 million shares already outstanding. This is not a company that I would be investing into Bitcoin other than this financial engineering that everyone's trying. Everyone's going to try it, but only some can succeed. Their revenue, $3 million. What a joke. Gross profit, 2.81. And here's their expenses. They have lost hundreds of millions of dollars as a company because it's really hard to be the next Twitter when you're not the next Twitter. Absolutely terrible. Terrible company, terrible sheet. These guys do stab and grabs. Look at $800 million worth of cash. Good for you. Total assets here. They're already trading at 5 times book. I don't know how much more you guys want to do. I don't know. They're right here, shareholder equity, $891 million. And that comes out to a tangible book value of $338 per share, $404 per share. There you go. Open price right now in the market, $34.20 on the overnight. $34.20 gapped up on the overnight. Just came through. Thank you so much. And Gabriel right there just came through. Overnight is open right now. So there it is, shot through the roof from Europe. They better get a hold of this monster because you might open up the markets tomorrow at $40. I'm telling you now, this shit can get wild right now. If everybody knows what this is. Hang on to yourselves. But I believe overnight market won't let it happen. Overnight market has a 5% variance, top to bottom. So if they're already up 2%, they can't go much higher. From what I know, the overnight market doesn't let you go up too high. So, yeah, this might just be right where it's at. Is that 5%? 3441? I don't even know. But they can go maybe a little higher. We'll find out. We'll find out what Webull and Apex Clearinghouse is going to allow on GameStop. 20% variance. Thank you so much, guys. So everything's up. Yeah. So check this out. All these companies out here, they want to, and I'm going to leave the price up on the screen, I guess. I don't know. We can see it. $33.96 right now. $33.96. Whatever. It's cool. It's doing its thing. I want to talk to you guys about this idea about how GameStop, let's see, I got it right here. Okay, let me close this out. So we know DJT looks trashy on the chart itself. Let me see something here. You know what's been happening on social media is all these damn Bitcoin bros are everywhere. Guys, Bitcoin bros, they all wear orange ties, black shirts, orange ties. They think this is like their color, their uniform, whatever. I'm sorry to tell you, they're backing this company that's not a company. They're idiots. Here we go, babe. Here we go. 34.30 already. Just fucking tick, baby. Oh, God. Are you rich yet? Are you rich yet? Hey, I'm going to tell you guys something. Don't worry. I got you, Vinny. I got you. I'm not going anywhere. Check this out, guys. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm here. I'm off. What the hell? It's barely 5 o'clock. Wifey's cooking. 15 minutes behind, right at 2.0. Smoking Lounge in Nashville International. 3-hour delay. Get it, Stacks. Hey, I tell you, all these guys out here watching this market, are you a tough guy? Are you a tough guy? Because if you're a tough guy, I got to know. There's some tough people out here in this world. And if you're a GameStop investor, you're a tough SOB. Or at least you practice it. You can't be tough unless you're out there acting tough. You got to act tough to be tough. I promise you. But be ready. Be ready to get real tough, guys. Because the hardest part is not selling. The hardest part is not, for a lot of people. For me, not at all, bro. I'm in Valhalla right now. I'm laughing my ass off, dudes. This is heaven to me. Just let it happen. Just let it. It's happening anyway. Let it happen. No news, no announcements. No. It's just happening. We're at $34.30. Green as can be, babe. Green as can be. I don't even know what to do with my life right now. Dick's Sporting Goods is announcing earnings, by the way. That's going to be coming out. Oh, look at this. Oh, baby. We're going. I'll see you at 35. Bro, this is wild, bros. This is like wild. Oh, my God. Hold on. I just get excited. I got to get up. I got to shake it out. Funny Spider, thank you so much for the 10 free memberships for the show. But damn it, bros. This is where we're at. Yes, I'm excited. If you guys don't know, I'm excited. I stay excited. You just can't see it. I got to sit down. But I get excited, and then I got to find. Do I have any music that I could play that I get excited for? You guys don't know this. Trove's a good man, bro. Trove made all these songs, and you know what I did? Trove even said, "Bro, I'm gonna make this whole playlist, and I want you to get like royalties or copyrights or whatever." And I said, "Nah, I don't need no royalties, bro. It's you, bro. It's you. I don't need none of it." You know what I like though, Trove? Out of all the songs he made, I haven't even heard the new ones. He has some new ones that I haven't heard. Millionaire Mindset. Look, I haven't heard these damn songs. I see all these damn songs. I don't know them. I got to hear them all, bro. And I will eventually. But I'm gonna play that Christmas song. I like the Christmas song because it's already ready. You guys do that, and I'll be right back. And my GME is back in the green, Paul. Paul, if you're why don't you ever average down, bro? Hey, so here comes this idiot. Look at AMC go. Yeah, go to hell. How about that? Is that fair? Gotta go to hell. You know why? Because AMC promotes Adam Aaron, bro. They pay him millions and millions of dollars, and we all know what AMC is. We all know what he is. Oh, man, this Christmas song's coming, though, guys. I swear to you. Because I got to go get a drink. My throat's getting dry, and I got to get a drink, and then we're going to talk GameStop fundamentals. You're going to like this shit. Are you? Maybe. God, this market looks good. Yeah, bro. The artist for all those shows for those songs are called Trove, Trove. She's got the hottest tracks ever, bro. Welcome back. I was reading the chat. I was trying to catch up, and I went out there to the kitchen, and my wife wasn't there, and I don't know what she's doing, but she's ridiculous because I saw her plate, and she already had a plate of food. She already ate. And she's going to tell me she was just testing it out or trying it. That's what she's going to tell me. I already know. But whatever. So I'm good with it. Abe snaps. Oh, I don't even know what that's all about. I don't care. Okay, good. All right, we're here. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about a couple things. So I was just reading. Oh, my God. So some things about philosophy and business with GameStop and what they're doing different. And you think you have 40 calls with print this week? Oh, we're going to talk about that, Jordan. I have all that ready to go. But I want to talk about GameStop, the company, really quick. I was at GameStop this week, and I was shopping and spent a pretty penny. And here's the thing. I listen. I listen to the people when they're shopping. And the dad goes, "Oh, no, son, you don't have to buy that one. There's GameStop right here. GameStop makes their own." He was talking about the private label. Private label of any product, right? I want to tell you guys how important that is as a consumer and as a vendor. I come from a business that private label accounts for over 30% of the actual revenue for all products involved. And penetration of private label really dictates what your future profits will be. Because as the adoption of private label happens and it's fruitful, additionally, your negotiating tactics change for same said products. You can go to a vendor and you can say, "Hey, I have this product, I'm putting it on the shelf, and we're not going to buy your product at the elevated price or the increase in price that you have. And my consumer is still going to take this product, you're going to have to bring your price down." And that's how you negotiate via private label. And I see it happening at GameStop. But I also see that the trends for retail are that the consumers are willing to not necessarily cut out their budget for those same set items, but they're willing to transition to the GameStop label just to save the money. Because remember, it's still part of their budget. So I think this is a good move for GameStop as they have slowly gone into every single category in the gaming accessories. And they went from controllers to microphones to lighting. They're now they're putting it on everything, guys. And just because you didn't know that it was GameStop before, the identity of owning GameStop products, it has taken on a new persona only because of what Larry Chang once wrote. If you guys are not familiar with what Larry Chang once wrote, I'll show it to you. And Larry Chang once wrote these beautiful words. He said, "Every company is a company. However, on a rare occasion, some companies become movements. The company ends up standing for something much larger and more significant than itself. These companies break the traditional paradigm. They can play chess when everyone else is playing checkers. This is GameStop." And I'm sorry for being under the weather, but GameStop is absolutely playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Guys, GameStop is doing things that no one's talking about. Technology-wise, when it comes to retail, these soothsayers, these old guys in the tooth type style, where they're right there thinking, retail is till and transaction, and what's the final? That's their whole idea of business. They don't understand the adoption that's happening, the learning that's happening. The consumer has to learn how to utilize this technology. So the adaptation of omni-channel marketing and sales is happening tenfold right here in real time. You're learning your inventories. You're learning how to follow up with the stores themselves, how to utilize the app. You're downloading the app. You're getting the credit card. You're getting the pro membership. You're learning how to send out PSA graded cards and in turn get them back to you. You're learning how to get with the releases, right? Intention is part of the great transition. They have intention with the fourth. May the fourth be with you. They have intention with the with the Switch release. Their intention is to create that CAC, that up, and they're doing it at a high level. The execution is there, and what you're doing is you're learning how to get what we call more for less, and or you're stepping over pennies to get the dollars. This all came from Ryan Cohen. You know what? I didn't like it. Somebody wrote and they were like, Ryan Cohen hasn't done anything for this company. And it was just like, he's just nothing. He's doing nothing. He's not any. And I'm just like, what the hell are you talking about? The culture is changing. If I could sit in front of every single employee and tell them how I want them to do something, that'd be awesome. That's not the way the world works. You have districts, you have regions, you have stores, you have people in those positions that you empower and you trust them and you pay them to implement your culture and your identity. For me, I go to GameStop, I have the best experience ever. The people are cheerful, they know what they're doing, they have intention on delivering that message. That's GameStop. The investment's phenomenal. You know, the shares and the price, that's all a byproduct of what it is, but I just enjoy the store. If I never invested into GameStop, I'd still shop there every day. I've been shopping at the same GameStop 18 years. 18 years. I know the district manager. I knew when she was an employee, and she's been promoted the whole way through. You don't think she has GameStop as front and center, top of mind? Absolutely. So it helps. It helps to know these things and to take it on yourself, to live it. So I'm very thankful for the employees of GameStop. But you ever ask yourself why you get one of these? Like how you get one of these? Don't ask. Just do more. Don't ask. Just do more. And then you'll see how it all happens. God falls in. It's not that it took God's strength and will to get a Pokemon box. But timing's everything, and opportunities are there for you. Don't squander them. You're here in front of me today watching GameStop run all the way up to $34, guys. The resistance is 34. We break past $34.99, 35, the previous high of the last 3 months. We couldn't break past it. Okay, we break past that. We're a runaway train to 47. Well, guess what? Now you have bondholders at 39. 39 on bondholders. You know what they're doing? They're waiting. They're waiting. They're going to hold it up there. They're going to, this whole idea that everyone wants to play with house money. You're gonna take on a lot of risk. But maybe you're not. That's the difference. You ever ask yourself why GameStop wants to buy Bitcoin? They're saying that it's this reserve asset, this reserve currency the world's going to adopt. America's going to announce they're selling off gold and buying Bitcoin. Right? Like, is that it? Is that what we're doing? So when that happens, and we actually have it back, do you know what we are now? We're a risk-free asset. Now when people say they want exposure to Bitcoin is one thing, but when they want to buy GameStop, it's backed by gold. It's backed by Bitcoin. Could you imagine? Now you have the whole world adopting the idea. They've taken the time to do it. No different than when we downloaded, NFT wallets and didn't know how to use them. Yet we figured it out and we taught ourselves here collectively. Everything's about adoption. I remember first time I ever heard somebody say, "Oh, you got to download the app." I was like, "What? What the hell's an app? What are you talking about?" "Oh, on your phone, there's these things you download. It's called an application." And I was like, "I got a Razr phone. I got a Nokia Razr. This is the hottest shit out. I'm not buying no Sidekick, and I'm sure as hell not getting no iPhone. What the hell's an iPhone? Apple phone? iPhone? I got an iPod. I don't need a phone. I already got a phone." 20 years later, you can't get it out of your hand. It's the only thing you need in life. Is the next thing. Well, GameStop's the next thing. Put in your hand. All right, let's go look at some stuff. I still haven't even looked at the charts, bros. But I do have to, and we're still going. Good, 34.35, not bad. I do have to read the chat at some point. I'm going to read the chat tonight at some point, and we're going to get it on. We'll do our thing. But somebody wanted to talk options. We're going to talk options in a minute. Gabriel said 34 overnight. Thank you, Gabriel. Appreciate you. Here's options. Let's see if you guys can see it. You guys can kind of see it. I'll make it a little bigger. Okay, there we go. So all of these in the lighted area here are call contracts in the money as of now. We can officially go ahead and go, sorry, didn't mean to click on it. So we can take in these next two all the way up to 34, and you have 8,000 contracts and 9,500 contracts. So you have additional contracts in the money. Right now at $35, 52,000 contracts fall into the money. Get it to 36 this week, and you have an additional, well, you do the math there. It looks like 210,000 contracts be in the money. This is gamma ramping. Every week, contracts will fall into the next week. And as they roll and roll, the price keeps going and going. The more and more contracts are going to get assigned, and people can exercise, and they have to deliver. They have to find shares. They have to go to that market and deliver shares. A lot of people speculate that half these contracts are written naked. I don't speculate that way. I just think people are willing to lose their shares at $36, considering they bought them at $25 over the last year. Average price over the last 4 years is $24.80. High. So, to be up a tremendous amount, 30% on top of that, that's going to be your price point. People are willing to write at $36. You can't find this. You can't find these. I mean, you can try. But how many contracts are in the money right now? I'm just curious. In the money calls, if I'm looking, calls in the money, 69,000 right now. 69,000. But they're trying to tell me these out of money calls, look at this, 33,000 is no. It's going to be way more. Way more. It's going to be crazy. I want to show you, look at this. The 6th, no, let's go to the 20th of June. The 20th of June. This is the 20th of June. You have them at 125. You have 100. What is the volume on it? Open it at 120,000? 120,000 at 125 strike price. Where the hell do they think this stock is going? They're at 120, 115, 110, 105, 100. At $50, they have 41,000. People are not writing these contracts for free, guys. Certainly people aren't buying them for free either. But look at this chain. This chain is ready to go. It's ready to explode. And I'm telling you what these are. What ends up happening here. What ends up happening on these chains is it's just collateral. It's just satisfying reg show. They have to have these shares on hand for what they're shorting and borrowing, and they don't have them. When you think about how many contracts are written, overall written on GameStop, the whole total amount, we can go back to it like I had it last week. I think I had it over here under Max Payne. I clicked on options and I went to Max Payne. Boom. Right here. The amount of call contracts, I was showing you volume versus open interest. This is open interest right here. This is why I show you it here. The amount of contracts written, I'm talking about within the next month, expiring and or not, currently holds around 400. This is 3, 4, 5, over half a million. Add 2 zeros. 50 million shares. 50 million shares are written and spoken for. Good luck. Good luck trying to get assigned because all these strike prices are 30 and above, $36 and above. You mean to tell me people are buying these damn things because they're prepping for something magnificent and crazy? You're going to get exploded on. You're going to get caught with your pants down. Overall, 917,000 call contracts right now written. That's 91 million shares on the books written. 1/4 of the float. I don't want to tell you how much of this float is DRS. But it's like 75 million. 34 million owned by institutional investors. Insiders hold another, I don't even know how many shares. 8%? The people own these shares, guys. The people. We're going to talk about where I'm at as far as doing the math here for you. On the quarterly, these are your quarterly numbers where I think GameStop's coming in on their actual report, and they have their annual shareholders meeting about 2 weeks. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it. It says, mine are all in the money. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Vince. I try to tell you guys, but people are out here not listening. Not listening. What's the best part about not listening, about what we said? That we told you guys, if you're going to write cover calls, just prepare to lose your shares where they're at. If you don't have the cash to go ahead and get them and roll up out of there. If you don't have the cash, it's your own problem, right? But you're going to make some money. Everyone's going to make money. If I sold today, I'd be up like 8,000, 9,000. I'm fine. I don't need... And people go like, oh, you're going to make $9,000? Oh, wow, you make that? No, bro. 34,000, 35,000, 36,000. I'm going to make all that because the whole amount is mine. All that money is mine. I would have lost every single dollar that I've ever put in a GameStop if I would have put it in my stomach, in some drinks, in the gas tank, or spent it at the beach or on a female or whatever the hell you guys do for a good time. And some of you guys snort for a good time. I don't do anything. I have no vices like that. My vice is GameStop. So the best part about it is all this money's mine. So yeah, I managed to save up this much money. That's a lot of money to me. But $35,000 not a lot to you? Okay, well, a lot of cash to me. That's a lot of cash that I could buy a $500,000 home with. Another $500,000 home. I could. I don't need to. What, start my own real estate company and just rent them out? Make money that way? Possibly. Just flip houses, get one, get equity on it, sell it off, ship it off, make $100,000 a house, do it again and again and again. I could. Don't want to. I just want to wear my space helmet, bros. I just want to wear my hat. That's how happy I am about my stock. I'm going to read the chat right now. When I was talking about GameStop operations and like value, they shut down over 1,200 stores over the last year. Dollars per store is going to go up. The average dollars per store, because the adoption of e-commerce still should fall into the store per store dollar point because you're delivering from the store. I don't know if people are aware of this. GameStop, there are 3,000 GameStops in the world, and they use them as their own fulfillment centers, shipping points. This is how they save money on shipping. Not everything's coming out of Texas. Just telling you. It might even have a Texas label on it originally, but GameStop's shipping it to their own stores and then farming it out to you from there. So it helps out with inventory control, and it's pretty awesome. There's a program that other retail stores use where they transfer inventory from one store to the next. This is how you get the retro gaming stores. So if I wanted to go to GameStop and trade in, I could trade in my Switch. I can trade in a Switch. I have an extra Switch here, and it works. I could trade in some games for the Wii. I have a Wii too that I don't use. So I trade in these games on the Wii. Zumba. Oh, Rico would love those, the Zumba games. Don't worry, I bought them at GameStop way back in the day. Phineas and Ferb, yeah, that's the stock market. And then MJ, Michael Jackson, because he's the greatest. My daughter used to like the Just Dance games growing up. I also have a pre-ordered Skyrim. I bought that at GameStop. It shows you, right? Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8. I have a lot of stuff, whatever it is. I have PS3 games here. Call of Duty, Spider-Man 2, Destiny. I got the original Destiny on PS3. And we played on PS4 and 5, part 2. But I got a lot of games. I got a lot of stuff, right? Whatever. You know what's the crazy part? If I went and took them in and traded them in, you know where they'd end up? At a retro store. They would take those Switch games, Nintendo Switch, and they would take them to, or the Nintendo Wii games. They'd take them to, not there at my store. They wouldn't sell them at my store. They would ship them out to the retro stores. And so they have inventory there. So GameStop has found a way to really do everything that it always wanted to do, but with intention. Because now you can have a retro store. Why? Because the things are actually retro. Right? Regular PlayStation games, or the Super Nintendo games, the 64 games, the Nintendo games, all of it's retro now. Before you're trying to do a damn retro store, It was 10 years ago. Wasn't going to work. Why? What was your inventory like? It was small. You didn't have much. You sure as hell couldn't get control of 6,000 stores, 7,000 GameStops. You couldn't control that. You know where your inventory is going? You know what's all the wasted money? You're not in control. You don't have this program yet. Imagine the program they have now and how you scale off of this program. That's what I want. I want GameStop to grow again, and it will. But now you get to select your sites. And when you select your sites, you annualize on who's taking what from where. That's why I told you they opened up 45 2 years ago. And you got to remember, a new site gets open. And is it taking money away from the other sites? Try not to. So I told you, you have 5 in your town. They closed down 2. You didn't lose anything. The other 3 absorb it all. E-commerce absorb it all. Like, you're okay. You're not losing $1. This is GameStop, what they're really doing. You're like, but Marantz, they're down in sales. Yeah, they're going to be down in sales. They close more than just, one store. They close thousands. And that's cool. That's cool. At the end of it all. We'll be here, though, huh? We'll be here. When they announce Bitcoin, they announce a lot of things. They announce whatever they're doing. I'm just excited. I'm super excited, guys. I'm going to read the chat, but, oh, man. This is going to be a good week. We're going to have a short week, good week. And get all the way up to around $40 a share. Blow past it, right? If they can. And they come up with good earnings. FCF's looking good. Free cash flow looks great. Operationally, they look good. And they get that stock price all the way up. We're going to have a problem here, America. And the problem's going to be, at least 13,000 people that watch the show from here. We're going to be a problem. We're going to be in the streets dancing. Well, everyone else is like, man, that guy, I used to think that guy was crazy. Oh, he was crazy. He was. There's the chart. Came down, retract, you're good. I'm going to read the chat. And before I do that, I'm also going to open up the chat line so you guys can come here and talk to me if you want to. I know you guys are doing your thing. I see you guys posting. Yeah, my boy Ruben. I don't know. He had a 25-year McAllen he was doing. Bro, I'll tell you right now. I've had some real shit in my day, Rube. I'm telling you, and it wasn't even worth it. But oh, thank you, Kyoto. I didn't even know, man. I don't watch Pi-Fi, bro. Sorry, nobody does. It's okay. All right, there we go. So you guys are actually watching the show and watching the stock at the same time. We'll be okay. Yeah, the meltdowners are lurking, but it's okay. They have nothing to do. They're out. They're out, bro. I don't even know who still goes to that website. The meltdown? It's just not true. We're just not melting. We're getting thick and solid, bros. Let me see here. Click the link. Boom. There you go. Click the link and join the show, and I'll talk it out with you if you guys have any questions or any ideas. If you do have questions about GameStop or if you don't believe in it, come on in and talk to me, and we'll find out why you don't. We'll find out what you do believe in, and then we'll compare it. And we'll just see how great GameStop is compared to whatever you want to name. And I'm really excited about that. There's no way that we're not going to win. So GameStop's different, bros. I just want you to know. Let me go and post this for you. Pin message. Kid Caribou, whatever you do, do not come into the chat, okay, bro? You and your broken mic, no mic. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. It says GameStop is the one woman that will never get away. Yeah, I mean, is there ever one? Like, I guess, like, I'm a defender of GameStop, right? Like, till the end of time. Is like I had to find a really happy place, Michael. I had to find a real happy place because my hardest spot was people confused my aggression with anger, and I said, well, and they'll be like, we need to be more assertive as well. And I'm just like, well, hold on. I'm aggressive because I'm passionate, and I have to. My intentions mean well, but because you're so soft, I don't give That's who you are, bro. You're a guppy. You're a yuppie. I think that's why this administration was picked, because they have the same thing where it's just like, if it's real and true and sincere, we're going to deliver it any way we want. And that's just where we're going. So, so if you guys have a question about the markets and how I feel today, yeah, overall, I think the market will retract. I think it's at an all-time high. Certainly overvalued, but earnings will not sustain. And I think Wednesday is going to prove that. Once NVIDIA comes out, NVIDIA has to bring it all down. I mean, what more contracts could they sign? They do mark-to-market accounting. I don't know what else they could be doing. Like, you don't have as many orders because nobody's cap expenditures equal the amount of profits you want to claim. So the math's not mathing. That's all I can tell you. In the chat right now is because I can. Because I can. The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Hey, Marantz, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Hey, I want to make a shout out to my girl Amber, and Sharon, and my boy Mind Games, and Kyoto Exports, and Jesse U. That's who I saw in the chat. Everybody else who I don't say hi to on top of my head. Hey, how y'all doing? I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. It's gonna be a great week. GameStop, the Discord is one of the best. Marantz, speaking the truth. AMC is going down to the ground again. Nothing is like GameStop, no BBBY, not AMC, not Wolf, not Hims, and definitely not that one weird stock that has the connection with Zcoin. Unity and Zcoin have the same connection with Iron Source. I found it, I called it out, I questioned it, those other people, and they can't answer it. You know why? Because it's not GameStop. And you know what, guys? Good luck with y'all.
Thank you, sir. That was because I can. He's very excited. Wants to say what's up to his girl Amber. And Amber, he has like 3 Ambers, bro. Yeah, that was cool. Hey, because I can. Great contributor to the show. Supports the giveaways. Does everything in the background you guys don't get to see. So shout out to him. He's a true warrior for GameStop. And I thank you, sir, for the kind words.
Hey, for sure, man. Hey, you need anything? I'll be there, man. I'll even put out a Pikachu costume if I have to like bring in the crowd and bring more friendly to the people in the family to see, you know what? This is a good place to be in. It's a good community.
No, I appreciate that, but that just means you actually have a costume. You wouldn't have brought that up unless you didn't have one. So shout out to you for having a Pikachu costume. But I'm good for now, bro. Appreciate you, though. Appreciate you.
All right, man. I'll send you a box on your way.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Appreciate it, man. Real talk, all bullshit aside, like I joke with him, but I know he's willing to do whatever it takes for the crew and for the investment and the way it goes. So I thank you so much for all this love and support throughout the years, because I can. Avid watcher and follower, knows his shit, and I'm thankful. Okay. I saw here Endgame says a herd goes off the cliff all the time. Absolutely. And that's why you don't want to follow the pack, and certainly not investing. They all lost their money in AMC. They all lost their money in NVIDIA. Right now, if you were buying it at 150, when everyone decided to start talking about it, if you're buying Palantir, guys, the best idea I ever did was buy Palantir last summer. Yeah, we'll tell it to the people who actually got conned into buying it at 125 this year. P ratios of over 500, 600. It's ridiculous. I had never heard of Take-Two before. Take-Two is a company, so I can give you this example right now. We'll pull it up. They're the ones actually making Take-Two interactive software, 24-hour market, by the way. They're the ones actually making Grand Theft Auto. So here's the stock. It's 240 all the way to the roof, right? Like crazy, crazy numbers. And when you go ahead and look at these guys, they have a P ratio of not NA, right? NA on PE ratio, NA on forecast. And I couldn't figure it out. I said, well, what the hell's going on? Is this thing not worth money? Or, they're trading at 10 times book. And, yeah, go lay down. Amo says he wants to take a nap for work tonight, but he don't want to miss the live stream. Sorry, Amo, you got to take off, bro. That's on you. I'm not stopping. But here's the thing about this company. that people don't know. And remember, I had never even heard of this company. Not that I don't care about Grand Theft Auto or anything like that. No, Jim Cramer's the one who actually put me onto this company. Jim Cramer started talking, and he was like, "Hey, man, this is a great investment to make right now." And I was like, "No, what?" I couldn't figure it out, so I had to go look. This is why I tell you guys, be careful of like what you believe in. Take-Two Interactive Software. So Take-Two is a company that has financials, and we're going to go to the annual financials. And maybe they don't release the games every year, right? But they went from $3 billion, they're now at $5 billion. Their gross profits at 3.2. They have SG&A, they have it all. Operating income, they have lost already 3 years in a row. Total is going to be $1.5 billion. Well, they're developing a game, Marantz says, no, I already look at macro trends too. I looked at everything. I looked at everywhere I could look to see if this company was worth buying, right? Because I tried to figure it out. And I think it was retained earnings were still carrying over from what it was before, but there's nothing here. And I was like, okay, let's go look at the balance sheet. I looked at the balance sheet. I went back 15 years on this company. And their assets, 9, 12, 15, to go in 2 years to lose $6 billion in assets, and then your liabilities increased, stayed flat, whatever it may be, that just shows the company's going in one direction. But shareholder equity went from $9 billion to $2 billion. Shareholder equity, guys. There's a big problem here with this company. And I see it. So either you're telling me this game is going to produce to you billions and billions of dollars. How in the hell are you going to get back $7 billion of shareholder equity? One game's not going to do that. That's not the problem. You took it from book value from $53 all the way to $12. But look what happened to the stock price. The stock price went up. This is a reverse way of looking, guys. And I've tried everything. I'm telling you, I try to pay attention to it, and there's no game that's gonna produce fruits off of this. This company has revenue of $5.6 billion. Their net income is negative $4 billion. They're losing $4 billion. Their market cap is $41 billion, guys. I'm showing you what it is. This is nowhere near anything you'd ever want to touch. Price target at $225, they're already there. The fact that they have cash, watch this. The cash on hand is $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. You go, okay, they got $1.5 billion and they have a $40 billion market cap and they do nothing. They lose money like you've never seen and the price goes up. Oh no, they're getting ready for this game to come out. Yeah? Watch this. I'm going to play stupid and act like I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go, all right, let's go ahead and look at it from macro trend. I'm going to go macro trends. Maybe they brought out a game before and maybe it made them money. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I read it wrong. I mean, that's possible, right? Here you go. Here is the financial. Here's the revenue, the top line. Top line is the revenue. And, top line's revenue, right? Boom, perfect. You guys can see. I just want to make sure you guys can see. So, over here, 2015, 2014, 2, 1, 1, 1, 7, 7, 7. So they're 5x their top line revenue. Net income, right here, 320, 2, 8 million, 67 million, 173, 333, 404, so 404 million. I'm looking 500 million. They've lost $1 billion. They lost 3.7 billion. They lost 4 billion on income. Never in the history of this company have they ever really made that type of enough money to be like, you know what? They're making money. I'm okay. Because they're going to make it. They're going to make somehow, some way. Retained earnings right here. Retained earnings is negative $2.5 billion. Where? I'm trying to find it. Where is your money that you made via Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 6 that you're building right now? There was never money here. How in the hell is this company $40 billion? What did I miss? They don't make money. Shareholders should not be holding the bags off of this company when their assets were only 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, and now 15 billion. And all it was a goodwill intangible asset write-off. They added 11 billion in goodwill. They've now lost 4 billion of that. We have a problem, people. This is a huge problem. They borrowed $3 billion. They borrowed $1.7 billion. Where in the past, they only had 200, 400. They paid off all their debt. Why in the hell would you pay off all your debt come 2018? Don't take on any loans at all, but now we got to make this game last. And they give it a longer time window. You know, this is not a business you can buy. But they'll put it in front of you and they'll tell you this is what you should be doing. I can't do it. I only buy GameStop. Every single investment I've looked at, nothing looks at. And you know what? I'm guilty right now. I'm guilty because no matter what I look at, it's never going to be as good as GameStop. The whole chart. You know what? When it comes to stocks and the tickers and everything, sure. Things look great. Oh, I could buy it. It's so healthy. But eventually you're going to lose. Eventually it's going to kick your ass. You're going to fall from underneath it. Eventually. Here we go. GameStop going sideways, falling, getting solid at $33.90. Okay. So we're at $34. Come that pre-market, we're going to have a problem. You're in the overnight market right now, guys. Pre-market, you're going to have a problem starting all the way into the day. And here's what happens, okay, just so that we're clear. I want to show you guys something. I want to go in here. This is the daily. Let's look at these charts really quick. And then I'll read the chat. I know I was going to read the chat, but my bad, bros. I got distracted. I know. Get distracted by great things. So right here, we're a little bit above it. We're a little bit above it. We'll open up. We'll come up high. Maybe we gap up a little bit. Who knows? As you can see, this green line right here, this is your 50-day moving average. Your green line broke past this 200-day moving average. The only reason why the green line came down was because they shorted the stock right here with tons of volume. Tons of volume. But you know what? The real volume was here when Roaring Kitty and that whole thing that they claim it was him. And it's not institutional switching their positions at all. No, it's not that. So right here when these guys are all buying and Ryan did the right thing, he diluted the float while they were trying to close positions. Because he basically said, here, I'm going to offer you more shares. You're going to have to buy these shares if you want to go into it. Help them out to help you out, Ryan. What are they going to do? They're going to get you in the S&P 500. But we take off. We have a golden cross. We take off, and now we go sideways, and this is a fake out, the duck down. We're still here. We're still pushing out. But that's on the daily. The daily is one thing, to be pushing out of this pennant, this Dorito, this GameStop Dorito that we talk about. That's one thing, okay, because it's true support, and we're never gonna lose it. Sorry, we're never going to lose it. But here is the bigger picture. This is your bigger picture. And on this side, the MACD just flipped on the weekly. You now have your 50 moving past. They're about to eclipse right here. They're so close. It's so tight. They have no choice but to go ahead and cross. And when they do cross, guys, because it's above $10, trust me, it's above $15. It's holding flat. Look at what happened the last time this crossed. Yeah, we had a run. We looked good. You go get a little bit consolidated, choppy, and then you blast up out of here like you never have in your world. What do you think's about to happen? We're going to run, go a little sideways, a little choppy here. This is over the next year. Get a little choppy in the edge of this triangle, and we're going to blow past it. We're going to blow out of here like you've never seen in your life. And I'm looking for $1,000 a share. Maybe a year from now. Maybe a year from now. But you know what? People don't understand it. They don't understand the metrics. They don't understand the actual life and breadth of the stock. But you do. You do if you've been here long enough. And you know why it's going to happen? Because that's the way we've manifested this whole life. You just sit there and you let it happen. Just let it happen, because it's going to happen. And there's nothing they can do. They can't stop it. They've tried. They've tried to do a lot of things. No, it's just any game is GTA. Not that it makes a difference. Yeah, no, I'm with you. You know, how are you going to make back the billions and billions of dollars? You can't. That company's trash. That company's trash. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's never going to happen. The whole market's done, bro. GameStop's winning. GameStop's winning. Bitcoin, you don't think GameStop bought Bitcoin somewhere in here? They announced it. They announced they were going to buy somewhere. They announced it here. When they announced it, Bitcoin came down. Think Ryan bought it back up? Think he got it somewhere and bought it back up? Got it somewhere here and bought it back up? I mean, what do you think's happening right now? He announces they have Bitcoin. It's over, bros. This shit, and you know, and I hope he bought more than just his $1.5 billion. Buy more. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care one bit. I'm just happy he doesn't tell people what he's doing. That's what I'm happy with. Okay, anyway. Here we go. Hard work pays off. Here we go. Marantz is on one. Funny Spider says, Marantz is on one. I freaking love these episodes. I don't know. I don't ever know what I say, bro. I forgot already. Because the problem that we have here is that over all these years, I have found a way to control my anger and my aggression with the knowledge I have. It's like, imagine having to tame the Hulk, you know? I'm Bruce Banner. What's his name? Dr. Banner? I don't know. Anyway, that's me, bro. I can turn into a monster overnight. And then I just go, okay, well, you didn't learn. You didn't learn what the investment was. No, it's not even my problem anymore. I've got enough in it where I feel good, and I just keep going. Miss Hedge Fund, congratulations. Good luck on your next venture. Yeah, won't even matter, man. Ivy says, I love this channel. Thank you, Ivy. Go Bulls says, smash the like button, fellas. Thank you so much, Go Bulls. Appreciate it. Smash the like button. We've had over 1,500 people watch the show today. You know, my last live stream for it not being an earnings show usually get the most people. We usually get around like, I'd say, I don't want to exaggerate, maybe 5 to 10,000 people on an earnings show. We did almost 5,000 last live stream. That's huge. That means people are watching GameStop and they know what's going on. And whenever GameStop starts going up, people start coming back to the community. It's called the FOMO, the fear of missing out. They want to know what the hell's going down because they want to be in it. Well, you could have been us, but you're not because you're not like us. I know you don't play options, but I'd love to see you become wealthy enough to retire your wife and still have a huge power in GameStop community soon, Marantz. Vincey Elliott has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. My risk tolerance is not in options. Doesn't matter. I can know the outcome. I can know it all. I don't care. I'm going to tell you something else too, Vincey. Wealth does nothing for my psychology, or my psyche, I should say. Like for what like my wife and I do and how we spend time. And the money's just a byproduct. You know, me going to work and wanting to be, a manager or get promoted has everything to do with just how hungry I can be. The byproduct's the money, but that's not what's driving me. That's not the intention. The intention is that, I want to learn something new. And just so happens I got to get promoted and learn something new because I'm always trying to learn something. And that's just it. It's just an identity that you take on eventually, but I didn't know how to be a great manager. I took my wife. My wife came in there and said, here's how you want to talk to people. Here's how you want to present yourself. And because she would see me, and I'm still me. Right? I've got a lot to me. I'm a hard cookie to crack. But she's done her best to mold me into what I could become. And that's why I'm so grateful. And, I do my best with it. That's it. GameStop is pivoting nicely. Website looks lovely. Yes, it does, doesn't it? What's up, Marantz? E. Andrade, I really appreciate you, bro. We're running. Thank you, we are. We're at $34 a piece. Night trading just opened up at $34. Game Time Wrestling, thank you so much for letting us know. Paul says something here that he got put down. He says, on June 6th of 2021, I divested all my gains into 50% and 50%. Today, GameStop is down 30. You know what, Paul? This is why people delete your comment. You see, what you did on a date and a time means absolutely nothing. I'm serious. This is the equivalent of cheering and bragging about what you did in high school. I once scored four touchdowns in a football game, Polk High All-Star. I'm Al Bundy. Well, what do you do now? You sniff ladies' feet. Let me tell you something. It's about what you do moving forward. You may have been sniffing feet over there on that 2021, June 6th, when you divested. What did you do with the rest of your money? What did you do with the rest of your time? Did you change the way you live? Did you change the way you invest? Did you find a way to find more dry powder? What do you do? What we call diamond hand, right? Our lives. We diamond handed our lives. We took out all the excess. We cut out all the things that are unnecessary, and we found a way to get more into the investment every day. I buy 1 share a day. Keep that going, right? Or I try to at least. But that's the way I've conditioned myself. You believe in your investment. You believe in yourself. You know why people go to church every week? It's not that they didn't read the Bible before, that they don't believe in God, or they didn't believe in what it really should be. They need that moral cleanse once a week. It feels good. You ever done it? You ever just gone to church and you didn't expect to do it? You say, you know, baby, let's just go. And you and your wife go and you guys come out feeling different. You go to lunch and you look at each other and you love each other and you like the person. You know why? You need the moral cleanse. It just happens. You want to hear about intention. You want to hear about how it actually works for families. What does it mean to serve thy father or to respect thy neighbor? What does that really mean? And maybe there's a good message, a good sermon. Maybe there's a good teacher, a provider for the information, somebody that relates to you, that talks to you. Maybe that helps. Me, I just hold court. I come here and I show up on GameStop and I talk GameStop every night, Paul. Every day, any chance I get. People want to show up and get that cleanse, that's on them. The clarity's there. The clarity's there for value. And then you'll find out what your investment's worth. But I promise you, anyone that's been doing what we've been doing, you're on the green side of the trade. You're on the green side of the trade, and you're better for it. Moving forward, you're going to do your due diligence. You're actually going to look at investment and say, okay, not do I only not care about what the chart looks like. This looks like a good chart to buy. You ever seen those guys? That's every YouTuber in America. That's Trade Trades. That's Matthew Kors. It's everybody. They go, you name a ticker, they go pull up the chart. They go, oh, look at this chart. It looks like it's ready to have a bounce rate. It's on a downward channel. It looks like, and you go, should I invest in it? What? What's the business? Who runs the business? What's the balance sheet look like? This is what we're doing. We're doing what financial analysts do, what you pay people to do. Why do you have to pay them if you can educate yourself and do it yourself? So to tell me what you did on one random date and time, when did you lose your virginity, Paul? Was that the same day? Because I guarantee you got better at it the more you did it. Maybe you got better at it single-handedly. No pun intended. You got to be better, bro. You got to think. You got to be smart. You got to be on your feet. You kidding? I'm a comedian. I'm a financial guy. I'm a twin. I'm good looking. I don't know what to tell you. There you go. Robinhood overnight is fake. I agree, man, Tats. I think Robinhood overnight is internal trades. Internal trades. That's what I think it is. But we'll leave it there. And if you don't know what that means by internal trades, look at this. If it had a rhyme and a reason, you would have the top side of the Dorito and the bottom side of the Dorito. And, you know, I see a lot of that happening right now in this market. There was another stock I looked at that looked the same way, ready to roll, bros. It was in Bitcoin. It was DJT. Look at DJT the same way. How are you gapping up and having the same movement as GameStop? Anybody? Look at this. Top, bottom. Look at this. Top, bottom, ready to break out. Oh my God, go buy calls. I want to see you get rich, Marantz. Hey, Vince. You know, Vince, you're my boy, right? And Vince, when you write, Marantz, I want to see you get wealthy. I want to see you play some options. Hey, Vincey, let me tell you something, bro. I'm already rich. I'm already rich. And here's the chart. I forgot I didn't show you guys. Look at this. This is GameStop. This is DJT. Tell me this doesn't have your top side right here. I'll draw it for you. You have it right here. Pressure from the top. You have it right here. Divergence all the way through. And you have capitulation somewhere where it's going to go ahead and just blow it to the moon with the support it has. Nobody cares. Why is it on the minute charts that it's moving just like GameStop? Anybody want to explain to me? Looks just like GameStop? Yeah, who knows why it's gapping up or what it's doing. I don't care. Another thing about this right here, I want you guys to look at the monthly, okay? Monthly looks healthy for GameStop, having the breakout like we knew it would, finally coming out of there. Phenomenal. But the one thing that stands out different is the quarterly. The quarterly is so different. And people think it looks the same. It doesn't look the same. You know why? Because that MACD's crossing over next quarter. And when it crosses over, guys, we go green. And the last time we went green on a crossover with the 50-day, 200-day split on a golden cross, you literally had this action here, this huge swing out of those lower price frames. So if we can cross over the MACD right here and take off and go crazy, look at this right here. It went green and went crazy. We're about to go green and go crazy. I mean, that's what it tells you there on the quarterly. I've seen it go green and go lazy. It went green and went lazy. I've seen that, but guess what? Back then, when it went green and lazy, it didn't have us. It didn't have all the momentum in the world. It didn't have Bitcoin. It didn't have profits. Nope. It does now. GameStop looks ready, bro. God, I'm so excited. I get super excited, bro. Here we go. All right, back to the chat. Whatever. Let that just sit there in the overnight. So then, Vinny, yeah, that's how, by the way, Vinny, I'm rich already, so I don't worry about it. I don't know if you know this. I don't need a house and cars to be rich. I'm just rich. I have my health, I have my family, and I do my best with it. So there you go. It says here, I bought Palantir at $15.77 last year. Good for you, Dragos. That's awesome. Might be fake, but it's still sell my shares at 34 if I wanted to sell. Yeah, then go ahead. Germany did buy it up, and they went all the way up. I won't be selling my shares, but I wish I could sell my calls. LMA. Yeah. Okay, nobody cares, Vinny. Nobody cares because you're one of those guys. Or he told you. Trash. Yeah, no, we're good there. Let's see what it says. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. Aaron's Hoopty. Thank you, man. You're the man. Anyone who has shares on Robinhood is a fool. I won't go that far, Mentats. Mentats, you've been real suspect, man, for like the last 3 months. Last 3 months, I'm thinking you sold your account to like a Reddit punk or something, bro. You've been writing some real bullshit. But you're a good guy. I mean, you've been with me forever, so I don't even care. Like, whatever. You've been with me 3 years, 4 years, but still. No way. Let's be phenomenal together. Insert Keanu image. I don't even know who Keanu is. I know how to say his name, though. 15 minutes behind. Run it. There you go. Thank you so much. Excuse my French. Oh, you're excused, bro. No problem. It's only up 3.94% to the moon. Thank you. I started the video from the beginning, almost caught up. It's a banger today. Thank you. I'm tough. Kevin Cage. Practice being tough. Be a tough guy all the time. Because, you're going to have to. Because you can't fake it. You can't fake toughness, bros. I'm tough. Ugh. 10 free memberships for the show. Thank you, Funny Spider, for that. Boom Boom Candles incoming. Don the helmet. No, I'm not putting on the helmet tonight. I actually like my hair, so I wanted to show my hair. I want to relax. $37.59, and my GameStop is back in the green. That's embarrassing. Means you haven't bought any GameStop in years. I want to tell you, the last time GameStop was at $37.59. Goodness. Volver. Paul will pick you up soon. Sure. So you bought in at the high and never averaged down. That's my point. Bro, I did. You did not average down, that's for sure. I became green at 31.25. Good job, Richard. Time to average up. That seems extremely silly. Thank you. Somebody knows it. AMC is up 15 cents. Oh, yeah, I unblocked, what's his name? For saying watch AMC run. I unblocked him. Because you guys said he was just being funny. I didn't know if he was serious, bro. I didn't know, so I was like, whatever. Even less after you count the reverse stock splits. Oh, man. If you still hold AMC, you didn't listen to anything Marantz has said in the past 4 years. Correct. Showing on Weeble Mobile, though. There you go. Button glutens, here's something else. Button gluttons, here's something else. The new bonus tracks are getting cut on the room floor right now. Didn't make the album. Okay. Oh, because I played that Christmas song that I liked, bro. That was my jam, bro. I'm not selling regardless. I'll see you on the moon. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You guys can click on the link at the top of the page. The link in the top of the live chat will take you to the show right now, and you can be on microphone with me. If you have any questions, we'll talk it out. You unbag C? I was being sarcastic, Jimmy, all the way. Oh, okay. Yo, I already did. I already unbanned him, bro. Calm down. But the fact that you have a burner account ready to go, what is it, Brooklyn Indian Gaming? That's wild, bro. Cover calls are getting wrecked? Absolutely. Does this song have an artist have YouTube, Spotify? Yeah, it's on YouTube and Spotify. Damn, made me feel all Christmassy inside. I've said it for years now. Owning GME right now is equaling to Brickshare in the 60s and 70s. Yes. Brickshare Hathaway had the same ideas, same model, business model, everything. Think about this. You had somebody like Charlie Munger who came up to Warren Buffett and was like, hey, I'll partner up with you. We'll do this, but I'm going to give you some insight. And he's older. And so he's been around for a minute. He's not as successful, but he's doing his thing. No different. You have Ryan Cohen with an older guy like Larry Chang. Larry Chang saying, hey, listen, I got this idea for us. We're going to do this. I support you, and I back you, and that's it. So I see Ryan Cohen and Larry Chang being a lot like Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And you know what? Out with the old and in with the new, and these guys have found a way to do it via e-commerce while battling Amazon in all these categories. They've taken all the dead bodies along the way, whether it be diamonds, women's apparel, children clothing, and of course video games right now, and that pet product category. So I really like what they're doing. In the chat right now is going to be Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom, the floor is yours. What's going on, brother? Go ahead.
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back, and I hope your dad is doing well. I watch as much as I can, but I can't watch you every day because obviously I work for a living, which sucks. Getting too old to work. So I want to ask your opinion on this. Like, do you think Ryan Cohen is trying to do what he's doing to these short sellers because they tried to fuck him over on Bed Bath and Beyond? Like when they offered more shares to get him above the 10%, so he had to what was it, like file and be a part of the company, and then they had a lawsuit going on there.
Yeah, so the theory is, I just want to like change up the phrasing though, right? It's not short sellers. There's no such thing.
No, sorry, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, forgive me. Yeah, private. Yes, yeah. No, forgive me. I'm not as versed as you are in this, but they were trying to trap him, I think.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what they
without
were
a
trying to
doubt,
do.
without a doubt. And here's the thing, you guys, if you guys don't know the identity of like what happens in Wall Street and why it happens, short sellers are like Anson funds out of Canada, right? Moez Kassam, where they come out, they make investments. If you ever listen to Moez Kassam in an interview, he literally says it. He's like, "Hey man, not only did we kill it on this investment called AMC, it was against GameStop. AMC was against GameStop, and we made all this money, right? I'm gonna stand up." And he did all that, and when he made that announcement, it was clarification for us. You know, there's a lot of people that don't watch the show every day that don't know that there's a short seller that's short on GameStop, long on AMC, and literally said AMC is the hedge to GameStop. Said it, plain as day in the interview, and I posted it. And you think the whole world knows? And the whole world saw it? No. These guys are still in Never Never Land about what happened to their investment and what happens on these markets. Short sellers are not the issue. Short sellers are along for the ride. Private equity frames the story, frames this economy. And the way they do it, because they have all of the pension plans invested, endowments invested, every retail dollar is invested with private equity. And because they can guarantee the game, they guarantee the win. So when you have a company like GameStop that's not going with the storyline. The storyline, GameStop's supposed to go bankrupt, overextend themselves, and just farm out their assets. Well, guess what? They didn't do any of that. So now they're making it very difficult for investors to actually see the other side of the trade. And what's going to happen? They're going to make everything else look great. And you know what, guys? It's the equivalent. You meet your honey, and you guys are together, and what's the first thing that happens whenever you find a girlfriend? You go, damn it, what were all these girls when I was single? They didn't want me then. Of course, because it's in your head. It's in your head that they didn't want you then. Or it's in your head. You probably just weren't as confident and as outgoing. You let your guard down now. Now that you have somebody, they know you're not single. So guess what? They don't see you as a threat. That's the difference. GameStop is the guy who comes in and he goes, you know what? I'm married now. I'm married to the people. I'm married to and private equity sitting over there just jealous as shit. And they're just right there like, oh, yeah, now you're getting married. Now you're in a relationship. Oh, now you got somebody. No, they're the jealous best friend, bros. All these bitches out here. And you're not getting any. You're not, because you don't even look my way, girl. And I know what it is. I know I got a real one at home who's making dinner right now. I'm ready to go. But I'm just telling you, GameStop is that great. And it's going to be so earth-shattering when you find out the other side of the trade. Who is not... Guys, I read an article that private equity they have money out on the table right now that they can't return. Their investors are calling and demanding their money back, and they can't return it because they would have to take such a loss. You would see companies crumble. This is why President Trump is trying to get the Fed to lower rates. The Fed minutes are coming up this week, and they're not dropping rates. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, you don't drop the rates. I don't give a shit how much I got to pay in taxes, how much full price I got to pay for gas. I don't care. I want what's real and what's true to happen. I'm tired of bailing out these rich-ass people from making the reckless, mistakes and overspending that they do. And what did they do? They took other people's retirement funds and they burned them. They burned them hard. And I'll tell you something else on this. I know I'm going. But here's the thing. Everybody wants to blame Bernie Madoff for what happened to the New York Mets and what happened to all these rich people. Guess what? A lot of rich people lost their money, whatever it may be. A lot of them, right? Whatever, $50 billion. That ain't shit, kids. There's an $18 trillion crisis of housing during the great financial crisis that nobody wanted to speak on. Nobody went to jail for that. Now you go ahead and look at this real market. They just printed $6 trillion over the last 3 years. And where did it all end up? It's at the top of the mountain right now. It's literally pecking every single damn COVID investment that you saw. Not only that, look at all the cryptocurrency money. Everything swung from Trump's Liberation Day, where they decided we're going to go ahead and suspend tariffs for 90 days. And what did they do? They came in and they pumped every coin in the world because that's where you do your liquidity. That's where you do your dirty work because it's unregulated. You don't have to show it. And they get to pump on that side. Well, guess what keeps going up? As they keep fucking around and finding out, GameStop keeps going up. And GameStop's going to get heavy, and you'll never have to pay it back. And that's fine. You don't ever have to pay it back up until about $40. You guys are $6 away from what they can't do. They can't let GameStop get into the S&P 500. They can't. But every single damn investment that I've shown you today, every single stock that we pulled up, just remember, GameStop's profitable and they're not. GameStop has the cash flow and they don't. GameStop has assets, tangible assets. They don't have liabilities. They are so free cash flow positive that when it actually hits and you see the actual percentages and metrics and measurables that they want you to base value off of, you're going to go in there and you go, you know what, we're going to do PE ratios. We're going to go ahead and do market caps. We're going to do a price to sales ratio. You can pick one. I don't care what you pick. Just remember that I told you what it was. I told you it was GameStop. I told you years ago, and here's how you knew it. Here's how you knew that they were going to win. Because everybody's in. From Ryan Cohen to Larry Chang to Alan Adel to myself to you to the rest of the guys. You know what Charles Payne says? Charles Payne, I still have my GameStop. I never sold it. Really, Charles? Since when? Were you buying GameStop when you were interviewing Trades and Matthew Kors and Terrible? Because the price of GameStop back then was around $160, $200 a share. How long have you been buying GameStop, Charles Payne? You liar. Everybody says they own GameStop just to take the chin. Take the hit on the chin a little less likely. Tell me, PBCs, did you buy GameStop? You just got your Twitter account back. You're doing things. You're posting videos that you're forming a new company. The phrasing was, I want to invest in Ryan Cohen's new company because he's going to be bringing Bed Bath & Beyond out of retirement over here. I don't know what the hell they're dreaming about, but I'm going to tell you something. Show me one receipt. PP Seeds, show me one receipt from GameStop. You couldn't do it for Bed Bath & Beyond. Show me one from GameStop. Show me one where you actually support Ryan Cohen, because you used the fucking name like a little trigger word. So I digress. The floor is yours. Sorry.
No, Marantz, I just want. Can I ask you a question? Like, I don't know too much about calls and options. What is a covered call? Like, if you were to explain it to somebody who doesn't know, like, I know what a call is. Like, you're betting that the stock will go like up, right?
Okay,
I think
I'll explain. A call contract. Okay, a call contract is a contract between you and another person where you are contractually obligated to deliver same said shares. So your contract is worth 100 shares. So you will pay a premium to buy a contract. The contract states that you can exercise on said date at a certain strike price. After you have that strike price.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. What? Okay, I'm an idiot. What does exercise mean as far as?
Yeah. So okay, I'll keep going. So when you have a contract and the calls are there, and the contract states you can buy 100 shares of this same said stock. Any stock you want to pick. It doesn't even have to be GameStop. But if I had one contract that I bought and it cost me $200, I paid a premium of $200 for the call contract. I then could exercise that contract. That means that I can make it go live and buy those 100 shares at the agreed price. So if I'm buying contracts for $40 a share, I've agreed to buy 100 shares for $4,000, and they will sell them to me.
Okay.
But people pay a premium to own the contract. The premium is on top of the $4,000 that I've agreed to pay. So you'll pay a premium. Let's just say you paid $200 premium per contract, right? Call contract. I don't know how much it is right now. It's probably a lot more. So now for me, the seller, to get my value back, or me, the buyer, I should say, I'm going to buy it for $200. But I better hope that stock price gets all the way to 40, because that's what we agreed upon. And if it gets to $40, maybe a little more, then I get back every dollar that I paid for that contract. But most people don't want to break even on contracts. They want to make more. But you can sell the contract if it's in the money, because someone's always willing to buy it. Certainly the brokerages are willing to buy it, like a market maker out there. They'll have it listed. Like if you're in Robinhood, you can sell it, and boom, they'll buy it. And why? Because there's people out there that are obligated to deliver the shares. And how are they going to get the shares? With the contract. The contract states I can get 100 shares from somewhere at this price, because you don't want to go to the market. How are you going to go to the market and get them? You want to go buy them in price discovery? Do you know how many contracts are there? There's millions. There's literally 900,000 contracts written right now. How in the world could they actually go and get those shares? You can't. People have the shares and they're willing to deliver them for those same set price. But if you were trying to buy actual shares, you would trigger price discovery, and you can't do it unknowingly. Some people try to buy it in dark pools, but that's the traditional way of thinking for call contracts, like why people have them. A lot of people just try to make money off of it.
Sorry to interrupt you again. So is it a covered call? Is that different than a call contract?
Yes.
So I hear this Bruce guy, or whatever the fuck his name is. He talks about covered calls, and then I hear about calls.
Okay, yeah, I got you. So let's just sort this out. Your brother, your cousin, Uncle.
Well, he's not.
Well, he's Canadian.
I don't even know him, but
he's Canadian. You might be related.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I'm Canadian.
Yeah,
too,
I know.
But I'm more of a realist. Yeah.
Okay, so
I only buy shares. That's it. Stock.
Yeah,
shares.
so you shouldn't even trouble yourself with this shit, but I'll do it for you, okay?
Well, sorry. Well, it's information, like knowledge. I want knowledge.
Sometimes it's that way, but sometimes it comes off, and not from you, but sometimes it'll come off, and some people it'll come up with, oh, well, I was curious, let me try it. Right? It's kind of like knowing, cocaine's not going to be good for you. Why? It's illegal, right? But what are they going to do? But I'm going to have a good time when I try it. I want to party. Let me just try it. Yeah, okay. That's my whole point. You want to just try it? Guess what's going to happen? And I'm just telling people because I've been there. 2016 was a good year for me. I was up I lost $16,000 just doing this bullshit, and I'll never do it again. And here's why. One, I didn't have a brokerage account like you do now in the phone and all that shit. I had to make phone calls for my stuff. And I was like, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll buy those call contracts. And it didn't work out the way I thought it was, because here's the thing. You buy a call contract for $40 strike price, right? Well, guess what? What if it never gets there? Then you lost your whole premium. You don't get anything.
But do you lose share? Like, so how does it?
No,
like, you have to give up your shares.
Yeah, I'm going to explain that.
Like,
I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. There's two different ways to do this. There's one, I'm buying call contracts, or I'm selling them. And that's what a covered call is. So a lot of times, like in this case, I have 1,000 shares of GameStop. I can write up to 10 contracts. So I can write 10 covered calls. That means they're covered. They're spoken for. The shares are spoken for. So if I'm going to write 10 contracts, I'm going to make premium off of those contracts. You try to write them out of the money. Hopefully they don't get, they don't hit their price, and so your shares don't get assigned, right? And there's ways to roll out of it. There's ways you can use cash as collateral. There's a lot of things you can do. And then I don't even care to talk about them or do them. I already told you. Just listen to me. When contracts come up, these call contracts, they're sitting there on your desk, on your table, and your idea, and you're like, you know what? I can make this much money off of them. I want you to think about this, Uncle Bruce. I want you to think about this. If I could write a call, and people do this, okay? People do this all damn day. Probably Roy Kitty's doing this tenfold because he's a genius. And because he does have a lot of contracts, by the way. He buys a lot of calls, but it's fine. But for me personally, I just buy shares. That's it. And I want to own a company. I want to invest, and I know what I'm investing in.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Me
So
too.
watch this. Here's how the risk tolerance goes. Because remember, the risk tolerance is everything. They're going to write these covered contracts, these covered calls, and when they write them, they're going to sell them at $35. Russian roulette. They're going to sell them at $35. Do they even care? Because you're going to make the cash anyway. If you sell I sell 10 contracts. Just listen to me. If I sell 10 contracts at $35 a piece, I'm literally going to get the premium for them. Then I'm going to sell off the shares because I agreed to sell them off at $35 a piece. Well, guess what happens to me? Not only do I get $35,000 and the premium, I'm up. I'm up because the stock was up versus what I paid, right? So I make tons of money on this idea. That's people are going like, I made money. Yeah, that's if that's all you're in it for. If all you're in it for is just the price you see, well then great. Then that means you didn't believe in it in the first place.
Perfect.
Right? You didn't believe. You didn't believe it's going to $1,000. It's going to $500. You didn't believe it's going to $100. You missed out on $65,000 because if it goes to $100, you're missing out on a whole nother. You're missing out on 100% of your money in the first place. You don't play these games.
So in other words, these people actually don't believe in the company.
No,
just
not at all.
Basically gambling, trying to make money off of these calls.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay. Yeah. No, I don't. I'll never do calls. I only buy shares as much as I can. But okay, no, that
No,
makes
well,
sense.
now listen. Think about it a different way, okay? There are people out there that will absolutely buy calls. And if you buy a call, it means that you're very bullish on the investment. You believe it's going to go up. You believe the price is there. You've selected a price point. You feel it. You understand it. You understand the chart itself. It's going up. You can definitely do that. All right? I'm not going to tell you not to do it. I'm not going to tell you how to invest. It's not how I do it. What I'm going to tell you is this. You better be able to afford to do it. That's what I'm going to tell you.
But do they get shares in the end then if they do that somehow?
If they want to exercise the contract. If you exercise the contract, then you get the 100 shares.
Okay,
See, I can go buy a contract for. I'm
Okay.
going to give you an example. I can buy a contract for $200 with a strike price at 40. It gets to 40. Now I have the option to exercise that contract. I got to have the $4,000 to exercise. If I pay the $4,000, they give me 100 shares. That's it.
Okay. So then at you'll get those shares at $40 a share, even though it's $200 a share. So what happens to the rest of that money? Like the $160, I guess.
If the price
Am
were
I
to
thinking
go,
right?
No, you got to think about it like that in a way. Let's just say the price is going crazy, right? Right now, I have a call contract for 40, and the price goes all the way to $200 a share. The contract has agreed that I get to exercise at 40, so that's one of the main reasons why people buy it, because you get to buy shares at a better price, and you're committed.
Sounds risky.
It's very risky, very risky. But you know what? There's some people that know how to do it really well, And then I'll tell you what, for every guy that thinks they know how to trade options and do their shit, I'm going to show you every former plumber who's sitting in their house right now who does YouTube for 4 years and doesn't make a dime. His name's Pi-Fi. Okay? I'm going to show you every guy like Houston Wade who says my money's got to clear. I'm broke this week because, and why? Because I want to buy some puts and some calls and I want to make some money. I'm going to show you same thing with PB seeds. I want to buy some calls. I'm going to do this. Yeah, guess what? Your company went bankrupt. You got to know what you're buying, when you're buying it, and how you're buying it. I'm going to tell you how I lost my money. I had $20,000, lost $16,000, and this is in 2016. And I went ahead and bought. I used all my money to buy some calls. And I was buying calls on a certain company. I won't name it, but it didn't get to the point. It didn't get to the price that I thought it was, and they all expired out of the money. And I literally looked at myself and said, "Did I just do that? Like, did that really just happen? Did I just take all my money, and it happened this way?" And that account to this day has recovered tenfold, but it was a learning experience. And when that happened, and it was more than that. I mean, there was just a lot going on at that time because I was doing small investing, and I was like really taking my time with my investments, where I was just buying name brand shit, stuff you knew. Like I had Procter and Gamble, Johnson and Johnson, Apple, Microsoft, all the big boys, and I even bought Facebook. I remember, and Ford. I bought a lot of Ford because I drive Fords. So things like that, I was buying, I was doing, but over the years. I eventually dumbed down my account to where I only own 2 stocks now. I only own 2 securities, and I'm happy with it. And I'll never, and I want to say never, but guys, I'm sorry to break it to you guys. And I don't know how boring you want to be in life, but you know, I'm married to one woman, and I'm also married to one stock. I don't think I'll ever buy another investment. I don't think that I'll ever find value outside of GameStop. Not while Ryan Cohen's leading the way as the CEO. I mean, there's going to probably be a time where he's not the CEO, but maybe not. Maybe he does it just like Warren did, where you run it all the way out yourself. And it's exactly where I want to be. So I'm happy for that. But do you have any other questions there? Or are you good, brother?
Oh, well, I'll never sell. No, I was watching a video you had there. Well, I can't remember how many days ago or long, about the short sellers, and then you were explaining how private equity got in there and cut. Then you said like, well, why don't they short? I can't remember the example you used. Forgive me, but I think it was like Apple maybe, or well, they don't short them because they got cash on hand, and if they decided to short, then Apple could fucking just buy all those shares back and really fuck the short sellers. And I really like that resonated with me. Like I'm telling, because I didn't understand how it worked. Like it's like, so they can just short any company. Well, why does the company go down? Well, because they don't have any cash. They don't have anything to. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird way to look at it. It's not like Apple per se, because the most shorted stock in the world, just so you know, the most shorted stock in the world is Apple. It's the most shorted stock because it has the biggest float. Right next to NVIDIA. NVIDIA has the biggest float, 24 billion shares.
So that might have been a bad example.
Right, I'm with you.
I think what you're getting at was a company like GME who has a lot of cash on hand, they could just buy all those shares back. Could they not?
Technically,
make the price go up and really fuck the short sellers.
No. You don't want to do. It's not like that.
Oh,
like
okay. Sorry, I might have misunderstood.
No, it's fine. There's just ways of looking at it. Like, short. The idea of short selling a stock, or the shorts themselves, where people are like, they're shorting us to bankruptcy. There's no such thing. The way it works is you don't want to ever use that terminology. Like I hate when all the things that people have been taught, they need to unteach themselves. They need to open their brains and stop thinking they know what they've been told. Right? No company out here gets shorted into bankruptcy. The way bankruptcy works is your company's not profitable. That's the way bankruptcy works. If you had a company that had a business model that makes profit, I don't give a shit what the stock price is. Doesn't need to correlate to whatever. The value of your same said stock can increase. All you have to do is price it below its fair value, like they did for GameStop, in 2020, 2019. That's fine. Guess what happens? The company buys back the shares to bring it back up to par value, up to what the given value right now, par value being 0. But guys, that's simple math. It's like I already told you. That's like when I bought a car once, and here's the thing. This is a true story. True story happened at my car dealership. My wife and I want to get a car. Go in, and they tell you, "Hey, what's your credit score?" And it's like it doesn't matter. Well, what do you mean? I make money. My credit score is trash because I don't pay this bill. I don't pay this out of principal. Like I named the things I don't pay, and they're trivial, but yet they affect my credit score, right? And then the guy's like, well, what? I said, go write a letter, go call somebody, get on that phone, make the phone call, get this deal bought, because I know a lot about F&I. So he was like, he's looking at me and said, call him. Call Ford Motor Credit. Tell them that I want 0.9 or free. Like, that's what I want because I know what I'm worth. So when they saw the line, they saw the dollars, you go, oh my God, okay, I get it. I said, yeah, so I don't care what my credit score is. And guess what I got? I got 0.9 on one car, I got 0% on the other. Because that's what you do. You make sense of it all. Think about your own credit score, your own finances, you yourself, how you can represent yourself. Think about how your business can do that too, or your investment in one. In this case, GameStop. GameStop hires a liaison for the actual announcement of things. And guess what? She's been in training right now, but she's going to get put onto the world coming up real soon. So GameStop's out here painting this picture and getting all the positive pub in the world. And people are going to find out just how great it is. Rather than the metrics that they want to measure, I don't allow that to set in. I don't allow these naysayers to come in here and tell me, you know what? You're too aggressive. You're not assertive enough. You're not there. I said, well, I don't give a shit what my delivery is. I know what I'm looking at. You know what, Marantz? Besides that, you're wrong about top line. You're wrong about growth. You're wrong. I said, nope, you're wrong. Because what's real growth? CFC or FCF, free cash flow is real growth. What else is growth? Net margins are real growth. I'm looking for growth in all sectors. I could downsize all I want. Do I make more money per dollar? Am I having what we call, they always ask you, well, what's your profitability? No, that's not. What's your productivity? What are your dollars per man hour? What am I really making? Because that's what you scale off of. That's what keeps you in business. And that's what happens when the chips fall down. You could have a COVID. You can have a war. You can have anything. You can have supply chain shortage issues. You can have containers in the water and not being delivered to you. It's about productivity with what you do have in front of you. And in this case, GameStop has insulated themselves not only with private label. I don't have to rely on Razer. I don't have to rely on PlayStation. I don't have to rely on a lot of other things when I can do the accessories myself. But I don't have to rely on video game releases. Oh, you want to go ahead and tell me that Grand Theft Auto's not coming out? Grand Theft Auto 6 not coming out? Guess what is coming out? More Pokemon cards. I'll get more people in the damn building for this. This is a different shopper. That different shopper is going to learn this shopper. And these shoppers are going to go ahead and interact. And now I have a whole ecosystem of just what? Of gaming, collectibles, and GameStop. That's the difference. While Target's still struggling, while Best Buy can't figure it out, and while Walmart's deleting their whole physical footprint, you got GameStop thriving and striving and doing the right thing. No one's watching. They're using technology to do it. They're not using the traditional way of doing business because we divorced from the idea of doing what other people are doing, and we're doing it ourselves. And when people look at GameStop and say they're crazy, they're out of bounds, it's not real. Okay, Jim Cramer, you're 70 years old on TV. Still saying buy and sell and not understanding what technology is. We're a different monster. Just wanted you to know. Sorry, I was coughing. I'm back. All right, guys. I got to keep going with the chat. I really appreciate your questions here, Dr. Doom.
Thanks. Thank you, Marantz.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care, brother, and I hope you get well soon, and I hope your dad gets well soon, and thank you very much. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And just to speak on it one last time, guys, I don't care for options. I know you guys have a taste and appetite for them, but every dollar spent on calls that never get exercised and or never make it there, those are wasted dollars. That's it. It's the equivalent of buying a lottery ticket. Maybe it has a lot better odds, but if you're spending money on lottery tickets, guys, because you want to feel warm and fuzzy in your pockets, that's on you. I used to have to be that guy. I used to have to sleep with the lottery ticket in my pocket just to dream of a better life. Well, guess what? GameStop's my lottery in my pocket, and I've been dreaming for 4 years, and I'm going to keep dreaming, but that dream's going to become a reality, and I'm going to make it happen myself, whether I got to walk sidewalk to sidewalk, person to person, interview after interview, one Pokemon card at a time, one video game at a time, one video at a time. I'm never going to quit. They have met the wrong motherfucker. Excuse my language, guys, but I promise you, there's guys out here claiming and wishing they were as fixated on GameStop as they think they are. They're not. They're not dedicated, because the minute it gets tough, the minute the price comes down, the minute they get some story about dilution, the minute they go, oh, GameStop's doing this, doing that, what aren't they doing? They get all sappy inside. They get little putty pants in there, and I got to go in there and go, yo, Richard, it's going to be okay, Richard. Richard, it's going to be okay, babe. I know you said you wouldn't cut your hair till Moas, but guess what? That's all the hair you got, bro. You just gotta find a better path. You gotta find a better way. It's okay, guys. We're gonna be all right. Hey, Cosmic, it's good, bro. You gotta stream more than once a week. We just gotta be dedicated. We gotta wake up. We gotta do it. Let these guys get sad. I'm not saying Cosmic was sad. I'm just saying everyone else is. You've heard the way these guys get. They're not men about it. I'm a grown-ass man. You got one of these? You got one of these? You know, I wear my sleeves. I cover my skin from the sun, protect myself when I'm out there, or else I wouldn't have this tan line, whatever it is. But if you don't have a GameStop tattoo, there you go, TikTok. You guys got one of those? No, maybe? I don't know. You guys need one. Are you even a real GameStop investor? Unless you got one, right? I don't know. I did wear all my Hosco, though. I wear a Hosco hat, Hosco shirt, and pants to my softball game. I posted the videos out there. I played basketball first, killed them on the court, and then softball, and I don't care for softball, whatever. There. Possible consolidation earlier this week, but definitely feel confident that we'll keep pumping on, and our calls will. Vincey, good luck with the calls, man. But as Kyoto would tell you right here, fuck your calls. That's exactly how I feel about that. I don't give a shit about these dudes and their calls. I have new songs to play. What is this shit, bro? I have no idea. I have no idea what these songs are. I got to play them. Oh, man. You got to give me time. You got to give me time to get to them. So, as you guys know, we have a producer for the show, music producer. That is Trove. He's also the art guy for the show. And he makes all the songs and everything. If you guys can, he's on Apple. He's on Spotify. He's on all the shit. Click on it. Hear it. Look for him. Trove. Trove. Killing it, bros. I'll be right back, guys. I hear a lot of noise going out there. I hope my food's ready. And then we still got more to talk about, more of the chat, everything. I'll be right back. I like this song, I guess. Stacks.
Oh, man, I just want to say what's up. I was going to say, like, damn, let me get some jams in here while I wait.
I didn't know you were waiting. The music was playing on the other side, so I just mute my mic while the music's playing. And then, so there's no echo or anything, no feedback.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah.
No, that's all good. I just want to jump in, say what's up.
Well, they hear you. The chat hears you right now.
Brother. Oh, shit. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out in the airport in Nashville.
Where are you coming from?
From Nashville.
I know. What were you doing out there?
I'm trying to get back home. Rachel's brother was turning 40, so we did like a little surprise get together.
Damn, bro.
Like
you guys flew all the way
home.
out there just to say hi for a birthday? Man, I ain't got that kind of family. My family can't even go. My family can't even go 10 minutes down the street to come say hi.
No, I don't know if you saw what I put in the mods chat earlier, but it's been a rough weekend for your boy.
Oh no, I didn't see it. Let me go check real quick. Let me see what I got.
It's just nothing but in-laws and bratty kids.
Oh man, is that what it was? Hold on.
Yeah.
It says, oh okay. You said thank God they have that. Okay, I got you. It was stressful?
Guys, it's whatever. The 3-hour delay right now.
Oh, bro,
right
yeah,
now
no,
that
I'm
we're
not
on
flying
ain't
Frontier, bro. That ain't never gonna
never,
happen.
dog. Like I'll never do it again.
And then let me see. Wow, really, bro? Damn. Oh, that's true.
They made my lady cry.
Yeah,
twice.
no, I'm reading all that. That's why I said really. I don't say it out loud, bro.
That's all.
No, bro, we would have fought.
Yeah,
bro, we would be
that's all
fighting,
right.
bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. Like it's been a rough weekend for your boy.
Yeah, no, I'd be fighting everybody. I'd just be right there, be like, yo, mom, it's time to leave. We ain't even saying hi.
Yeah.
But no, we don't have those issues.
Well,
yet.
you know,
I have those issues with Reek because of some other bullshit. So,
But that's what I'm saying. I know you know how it is.
Yeah.
Family it be like that.
Trash.
But like I said, I just wanted to jump on, say what's up. I saw you was in the voice chat, so
appreciate it. Well, guys, this is Dart Stacks a lot. That's my boy. Till the day I drop. Just remember that. You know what it is.
I got you no matter what. You know that.
Yes, I do. It's GameStop. All right, I'm going to get back onto the chat. I got to read the chat. I got to do my thing, but I appreciate you, Stacks. Wifey says I got to
All right,
hurry up
get
so I
after
can
it,
eat
brother.
my
I'll talk
food.
to you later.
Yeah, I'll get at you, brother. Appreciate you. Love you.
All right. Love
All
you.
right,
Later.
peace. That's my boy, guys. That's Stacks. Killing it. He's in a damn lobby of somewhere. Flying Frontier. That's the first problem. Why not fly Spirit? Why not fly Pan Am?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm about to join the Delta Club after this.
Bro, I can't afford Delta. I can't afford to fly. I drive. If I can't drive there, I don't
What's what
go.
I'm saying? Like we only fly like once or twice a year, but like I think it's worth it at this point.
Oh, you gotta fly. But if you're gonna fly, then yeah, you gotta pay the price. Because you want it to be a pleasant
Yeah.
experience, bro. I think Delta has the best airlines, but it costs a pretty penny. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
All right, conversion to shares of $29.86 if the price comes above $33.31 for 20 out of 30 in the trading days. Dan D, that's after 3 years. That's not right away, from what I know. Maybe I saw it wrong. Maybe it's a little different. 19 of those trading days during the week, June 20th. Yeah, mine are all in the money. Good job while they accumulate and I accumulate facts. Appreciate you, sure. Here we go. After GME goes to the moon, I will cash some out. Oh, yeah. Okay, Paul. Hey, Paul, here we go, Paul. Hide user. Paul, will never see you again, Paul. Never again. That's how it is. You know why I get crazy like that, Paul? Because you put in there that you were going to buy a company that is supported by private equity, Adam Aaron, Apollo Global Management, and maybe you don't know their common core roots. Maybe you don't know about the common thing. You know what's a common thread between Gillette? Do you know about Gillette and Apollo? You don't know about Gillette and Apollo? Okay, cool. So do you know who the sponsor is of Gillette Stadium? Well, it's Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Is that where it's at? Foxborough? I don't know. New England Stadium, right? Whatever it is. Maybe you know. Robert Kraft? Board of directors? Apollo run companies? You didn't know about all this stuff? That boy be getting massages, right? You know who else gets massages? Leon Black. You know who else did his taxes and gave massages too? Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, no, man. Come on, bros. We all just get massages now. That's just what it is. How about this? You give me a massage and I'll start buying the shit that you're saying. What is this? That's all it took? Adam Aaron talking about, oh, you remind me of a Russian model that I once hooked up with. Yeah. Leon Black said the same thing, except his Russian model was extorting him out of $30 million. Go check it out. He signed a contract. 15 years. He had paid $100,000 for 15 years. He was agreeing to pay $100,000 a month for 15 years to a Russian model, as he calls it. And in the words of Jeffrey Epstein ordered him some Russian girls for a back rub once. They were of age. Apparently 18's the age. Absolutely crazy, bro. Did you ask Adam Aaron, the guy you want to invest with, why he's trying to text girls 50 years younger than him and trying to get at it? While being married? While running a Fortune 500 company? I've 7x'd the number of shares I had since last year. Good job. You're going to get exploded on. Yes, we are. I don't care if you're a sub member. You obviously don't listen to the show. There we go. Marantz, thank you for the stream, brother. The people's stock. Dan, you're absolutely correct. Thank you, guys. I'm going to buy AMC after GME goes to the moon. That type of shit, you're out of here. Absolutely. Kid is in the house. Hey, Kid, how you doing, man? At the peak, GameStop had 6,000 plus stores. They're down to 32-ish now. Dan, they had a partnership for 6,000 GameStops, but there was more than 6,000 GameStop stores because they had these other stores that weren't named GameStops. And I'm not just talking about Electronic Boutique. I'm talking about some other stuff, too. They've had a lot of bullshit in the past where they were just stretched. But, yeah, a lot of buildings have shut down over the years. How can anyone, GME holders are crazy? Yeah, I don't know how they could say we're crazy. We're extremely correct. I mean, we're up. We're up. Huge, massive. It's phenomenal. Thank you so much for that. I won't come in. Thanks for the invite. Yeah, you're welcome. Who was the guy that suggested GameStop sell coffee and slushies? That episode was hilarious. Funny Spider, I don't know who he was. But all these meltdowns are ridiculous, bro. What's next? Donuts? I would go to GameStop for donuts. That's just me. Funny Spider, that kid had heart. There you go. Next month looks like to be far better. I'm going to enjoy my weekend because I can. That is so good. The generation when feeling went hurt that easily at all. There we go. I don't know what that word means, Danny. But it says Marantz listening from Seatown. That's what's up, Dan. Oh, okay. Well, I do know. Never mind. You say Seatown. Are we talking about like Coachella homes? Are we talking about Coachella? I don't know. It's not Rockstar anymore? Dang. It's only GameStop. There we go. Grew up playing Lemmings. That was a great game. Lemmings was a good game. It absolutely was a good game. That was a game where you had to get all your guys over to the other side of the map. And you had to do some crazy shit. We had a lot of fun with that, bro. Like the stream, guys. Yeah, please like the stream. That's cool. We got 10 free memberships from the channel for the stream. We've had 2,000 people watch the live stream so far. DTA going to flop. It got delayed until May of 2026. Going to be delayed later than that, probably. GTA 5 in total has made over $10 billion in revenue in its lifetime so far. Yeah, Kyoto. How much profit is that, though? This company's buried. Yeah, we saw that they're going to the Bitcoin Sun. We don't care about those kids. They're idiots. They're fake GameStop fans. The holding company, it holds ownership over multiple studios and gaming IPs. Cool. GTA Online is a game maker. I don't think 6 will be much different than 5, and PSA 6 was coming out. Then I'd hold out more hope. Yeah, we don't know when it's coming out, to be honest with you guys. But potential revenue from the GTA franchise is what is keeping them alive. I'm sure if they borrowed off of it. Yeah, you borrowed everything off of it. Good luck with that. And at what price? Thank you, Ape. Sure. Change your YouTube name. It's dumb. Correct. I got a pro pass with GameStop so I can collect cards for my grandson. I find myself spending more than $5 a month. It's great marketing. Yes, John T. Without a doubt. FOMO is disgustingly real. You're telling me. I got one of my very good friends, a buddy of mine, bought in at $76 on GameStop. The pre-market before it opened and went crazy and they brought all the Roy and Kitty stuff last year. Buy at 70. He goes, "What do you think I should do, Marantz?" I said, "I think you shouldn't." He goes, "What do you mean, man? You believe in it? You think it's going everywhere? You've been in it for 3 years." And I was like, "Yeah, but you're not me. What are you going to do when the price comes down? You're going to sell? What are you going to do when the price goes up? You're going to sell? Like, you don't understand this investment." Then he buys in 10 grand, okay? 10 grand. His 10 grand turns into 2,500. Looks at me every day sideways. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I believe you, Marantz. I know what you're doing. I get it, man. But I fucked up, bro. I bought it all at once. I said, I know. You put in 10 grand at once? You could have just walked it in, but you didn't do that. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. Oh, guys. Okay. 4 barbacoa tacos, okay? Oh, my God. Oh, man. Good time to listen to. Oh, do you have a drink, babe? Oh my God.
Have 2 hands, honey.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. And then of course the rice, the beans, and the macaroni, all homemade. This is all homemade, guys. Like crock pot cooking shit's been smelling up my whole house. The pico de gallo that she puts on top of these tacos and the chile that she makes, the salsa herself, like bros, my life is different, bros. This is why my ass can't lose weight. This is why I don't care. It's so worth it, bros. I can't. All right, I'm gonna end the stream now so I can eat and play play League of Legends on my own. I appreciate you guys. I would talk with you guys all night. You guys know that I already been live. I don't even know how many hours. How many hours have been live? Been alive 3 hours, guys. That's long enough. It's time to eat. Damn. And she brought me 2 Coke Zeros. Bros, I gotta eat, Kyoto. This shit is real, bro. I gotta eat. And I can't be hanging out with you guys. What did the chat say? I got to read the chat. Rest of the chat. It said, no, we're good. Okay. Oh, yeah. GameStop's awesome. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. Let me, shit, bros. I'm about to eat, bros. I don't even care, bro. Oh, I love my life. Hey, remember when I told you I was rich? I'm rich, bitch. Peace.
Made it to the table. But who owns the building?
o'clock, in, suited up, smile wide, still ass hot, first fried. Gave him 10 years, 2 raises, took home burnout, fake praises. Black tax on every check, cousin needs help, mama's in debt. Work twice hard, earn half less. They say progress, I say stress. System ain't broke, it's rigged clean. That salary, just sugar on the guillotine. What? We didn't climb, we coped. Now we fire, cause they won't.
I don't wanna see, I wanna stay. I don't chase dreams, I have to fake. I don't build brands just to burn out. I work in silence, then cash out loud.
First 100K felt like a war. After that, it opened the door. Index funds keep it boring. While they flex, we quietly storing. No bins, no chain, no lease. But I own my schedule, I own my piece. They rent status, we stack time. 15 years and the life is mine. Blog paid, course made, equity flipped. Cashback hacks in the drip, don't drip. This ain't luck, this is a plan. You want wealth, be your own damn man. You cannot work a broken machine, but you can walk away from it. Build your own path, stack your own ladder. Don't wait to be chosen. Choose your damn self.
I don't wanna see, I wanna stay. I don't chase dreams, I have to fake. I don't build brands just to burn out. I work in silence, then cash out loud.
Say it again.
I work in silence, then cash out loud.
Freedom ain't loud, but it echoes.
Glass half empty. Play your ball, that's me. Headset on, let's go. Can't stop, won't stop. Shine on, loading now. Keyboard with 춤을 춰. I dance on my keyboard. 포기란 말 몰라 난. I don't know the word quit. 랭크 올라 like a boss. My ranks like a boss. GG, no, still got something. Even if I lag, I don't fall back. Respond ready, I'm on track. Game face on, heart like chrome. 빛날 시간이야. Time to shine, let's go home. Can't stop, won't stop. Gotta shine a full blast. Press start, hearts pop. We don't lose, we outlast. Day or night, we don't knock. We level up, we never rock. Put our lives in every shot. Can't stop, shine on girl bod. I tend more stack it fast.
Hey, so,
to
the guy right now- Hold on.
Hold
Hey, to the guy right now that just showed up from the league, Fisher, welcome to the chat, welcome to the show. I'm Marantz Rantz. I'm a YouTuber for finance. I do some other stuff, but I play league in my off time, so I have fun, bro. So I hope you like it, and here we go. All right, let's go get it. I'm gonna turn off the mic because I'm gonna be playing, and you guys know what it is. GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. We're killers. We're fucking beasts. Let's go, guys.
liquidated.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. "30 seconds until minions spawn.
I put the scheme in schematics.
Minions have spawned.
Better. One step closer to greater understanding. This will put a wrench in their plans. It's smaller than the diagram.
First blood. An enemy has been slain.
Not enough variables. Not nearly enough variables.
Be ready.
Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle. The sweet smell of science. Let me fix that.
Just wait.
They'll have a few screws loose by the end of this. It's smaller than the diagram. Wonderfully efficient.
An ally has been slain.
Every problem solved is another reveal. The sweet smell of science. Mind your vectors. Did I leave the tri-diminium ovulator on? Working as intended. Yes, hurry. I have important work to get back to. smaller than the diagram. Goggles on! It's smaller than the diagram. You are poorly designed for this. For great science! Exceeding turret output capacity. The cosine of U divided by
An ally has been slain.
Aha! 42! I knew it! Now! What was the question again? Ah! Have you considered making quieter explosives?
An enemy has been slain.
It's smaller than the diagram. I concur. Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle. The sweet smell of science. Raise your what?
An ally has been slain.
Back to the drawing board.
An ally has been slain.
It's smaller than the diagram. I do love a good conundrum. The sweet smell of science. Rain on. What an uncommon denominator. smaller than the diagram. There's just something about that number.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Very interesting. Fascinating, isn't it?
Shut down.
I put the scheme in schematic. It's smaller than the diagram. I can do that better.
An enemy has been slain.
Not enough variables. Not nearly enough variables.
Turret plating will soon fall.
Order, entropy, never ends. It's smaller than the diagram. Let me fix that. Ah, the sweet smell of science. Wonderfully efficient.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Did I leave the tri-dimensional corridor on? It's smaller than the diagram.
Ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed a turret.
To get back to.
Rampage.
Aha! Goggles on! Smaller than the diagram.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
Aha! 42! I knew it! Now! What was the question again? I concur.
Unstoppable. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Order, entropy, another living cycle. Or is it? Back to the drawing board.
Dominating.
I love a good conundrum. Smaller than the diagram. Rain over brawn. Ah, the sweet smell of science. What an uncommon denominator. As I hypothesized.
Team has destroyed a turret.
By my calculation,
Slain.
is just something about that number.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I put the scheme in schematic. could do that better. One step closer to greater understanding. Ah, the sweet smell of science. Not enough valuable. Not nearly enough valuable. It's smaller than the diagram. Order, entropy, a never-ending cycle. Let me fix that. Wonderfully efficient. Did I leave the tri-diminium obulator on? Yes, yes, hurry. I have important work to get back to.
Legendary.
It's smaller than the diagram.
Double kill.
Stand back. I am about to do science. The sweet smell of science. Goggles
An
on.
ally has been slain.
Testing in progress. I'll be fuddling.
Legendary. Double kill. has destroyed an inhibitor.
Aha! 42! I knew it! Now! What was the question again? Ah, the sweet smell of science! I concur. Smaller in the diagram. Never-ending cycle. Ah, the sweet smell of science.
You have slain an enemy.
Smaller in the diagram.
An ally has been slain. Yes. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Victory!
Yeah, bro. Nobody believes that's your first game, Naffy or whatever, Neferi or whatever the hell her name is. Great job, though. All right, that's my one ranked game I'll do, and then I gotta go do ARAM. We're doing ARAM next. So I do ARAM from my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Dannon, my homie. May he rest in heaven. That's cool. I'm doing ARAM, bro. If you want to come over, you can. I don't know who you were in that game. Were you Big Daddy? Who were you? What was your name? I don't care. I know your name on the screen, so I'd invite you, but... Oh, no worries, bro. You and your friend hang out, bro. Killing it. Let them know. Marantz Rantz YouTube. Legit gamer. Yeah, no worries, man. Yo, Orale? That's your name? Oriheim. Oh, Anthony says, let's see what Anthony says here. He says, son, absolutely love the Pokemon Unbox video. I know not really your thing with the channel, but he's hoping you'll do another soon. Have a great night, all. Looking forward to the week. Hey, Anthony, shout out to you and your boy, man. You guys are awesome. You know it. And I get at you, man. All the love in the world. And you got to remind me, your son's name again? Well, I forget his name right now, brother. I'm supposed to know this stuff. There's only a couple thousand people. And all my employees too that I gotta remember. What's his name? Max? No, what's his name? Adrian? AJ. There it is. Your name. Yeah. Hello. Initials. AJ. Yeah. AJ, man. AJ likes Pokemon. One day, Anthony, I'm telling you right now, bro. When I roll up on AJ, I'm gonna have some Pokemon cards for that kid, bro. But until then, you know, gotta play ARAM. Shout out to all you guys who saw me open up that video. I had an unboxing video on the SBC. Video is pretty awesome. Had a lot of fun with it too. So thanks again. None of it's possible without the sponsors of the show. The life I live with, and That's just it. She lets me do my thing, man. She don't bother me. And until it's time to get bothered, you know? If you know, you know. Oh, I'm gonna play some Master Yi, bro. Haven't played Master Yi in a long time. But you know what? Single target durability. Let's just go. Am I gonna press attack, overgrowth, aided force, whatever? I guess I'll be up here cutting folks up. Let's go do some Master Yeezus. Master Yi's the shit, bro. If you guys don't know about Master Yi, I mean, F around and find out. Come see what I'm all about. All right. Master Yi. Used to be my favorite guy to play in the game. It's a true story. True story. Shout out to your son, though. AJ's the shit, bro. Can't say that. I can't say that like that, though, you know, because you might curse and then you might think it's normal. It's not normal, bro. I don't really be doing all that. Oh, hold on. I got disco tracks coming in. Cool. I'll have to listen to the songs, bro. I haven't had time. To my boy. I'm a boy out there. All right, let's go do it. There we go. So who am I playing against? Gwyn, Vex. All right, it don't matter who I'm playing against. How about that? I'm Yi. Yeezus. See if I still remember how to play Master Yi. Absolutely know how to play this, bro. I'm old school, bro. Straight with the BF sword, bro. I could get the hammer. I could get all that crap. I don't know it. Yeah, listen, look at all that range attacks right there, bro. Oh. Did they stun me? That really happened? Just keep poking, bros. There we go. Ain't gonna get me, bro. There it is. Bro, he's jagging him up. Nah. You wanna find out? That boy be jumping for his life. Give me that gold. Give me that gold. All gold, all gold. Got him. Waiting. There we go. You ain't killing me, bro. I don't know who I can hit. I don't know their team. There it is. I found one I can kill. Let's do it. Y'all really don't want me to get buff. It's 3 kills. Chill, bro. They're all dead. They're all dead. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it all. Perfect. Let me get this one. Let's go. Oh yeah, baby. Thank you. I'm almost done. I'm just gonna end. This is my last game, and then I'll end the stream. I want to watch that show. Sirens? I told you about? Looked really good. I said it looked really good. No. My dad was watching. I didn't get to watch it. And then I wasn't really paying attention after that. I'm just live with this. I'm just doing this and I'm done. Well, guys, this is my last game. I'm going to eat ice cream, I guess. My wife brought me one. I don't know what it is, but... Oh, wow. Wow. No, look at all that is about. I'm down. Got him. Got them both. That's what I do. That was a crazy ass move what I just did, guys. I'm 5-2. I'm a problem already. And there used to be an item that you would get with Yi that make you invisible after you kill somebody. But I think they got rid of it. That was crazy. I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna kill him right now. Hold on. Good job, Jillian. Oh, crazy. Jillian killing everybody. This is good ice cream, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. It's really good. Hey, Jillian's really good. Not me. They're all gonna die. So that one's dead. That one's dead. I got my boots now. I'm ready to run after him. Dude, Zillion's so good. Mm-hmm. Told you. You can't handle me. I'm already hitting too hard. Oh, that's Swain. Okay. Let's have Swain. They have all mat. All I need is MR. Okay. I'll get a wit's end after my boots. Wow, they stunned me. I need a wit's end. I'll get it right now. Let's go be able to catch them. Come on, they stunned me, bro. Where's it at? Where's the wit's end at? Right there. Get this shit. Nope. This game's over, bro. There ain't no way they're beating me. Let's go. Don't even care, Swain. Don't even care, Swain. Mm-mm. Oh my God. Don't stand next to this guy. God. You go heal up, bro. Huh. Yeah, so much CC. I just gotta wait. It's on. Gotcha. There it is. Told you. Chop it down. And there that's how they give up. That's it. Bro, it was gonna get ugly fast. All right, I gotta take off. I'll see you guys. Enjoy.